day. And so the battle begins. Let's see if we got some pace towards ramp. And so the battle begins. Let's see if we got some pace towards ramp. 3 Danes do charge. Flamey in jeopardy. Knocks the socks off of one, but it's all smoke and mirrors.
It's forced to rotation. A heavy one. 3 towards the lower side immediately from NaVi here, but it's back towards top.
Yeah, it's a nice pivot into the site. Boomich unable to provide too much. That should have been a headshot. Oh, Roy lives to tell the tale and takes one for himself. 4 on 4. Simple vents with an armored CZ75. Timing is everything for this fight. He has to get it on contact from someone else. What's his cue? Will it be Boomich? Trying to bait something. Flamey pincering in from Trophy. They're coming in from 4 different avenues of assault, Chad.
No kits, though.
You're right, they have to go now. Simple really going to be the first man up. Refresh is waiting, but the CZ works out wonderfully. Into the site, finds a second as well before Shush. Silence is Simple. Flamey onto Roy, and that's the defuse. Great retake, great patience.
And the fact that they didn't, lose their cool there, you were right in the fact that 4 different angles, the trade potential very low in that scenario. They get shut down on one of the fronts, they're locked out. But Simple coming up the vent, that's the one that you're expecting to win. That's the one that Refresh, he stops that. They probably win the round with ease. So Simple, a key factor in round number 1. And here it is again, up the vent, CZ75. Easy as you like. Through hut, through main. Ladder you go. The defuse comes on through. And let's see, the AUG, will it be dropped across to Simple here within the early stages? What's he rocking? An M4. Okay, so we have seen Simple have a bit of an affinity for the AUG on the CT side, able to use that in lieu of the AWP.
3 Desert Eagles, though, and I'm excited to see how far this small investment gets the Mad Lions. Damage is huge, considering that they've invested into 3 rifles. If you start chipping away, if you take a couple of rifles away, if you make the round chaotic enough so as they are unable to be retrieved, I mean, you're not going to grab this one, that's for sure. Simple, way up on the AC unit. Roy, a 1D special would be required, and Simple has taken the fight and bested the first. Shush next on the chopping block in good control, no armor, no issue. Electronic has the same for Acor, and 1D is what Refresh is dreaming of, not to be.
Now, Refresh is one we want to keep our eyes on here today because he's probably got the most decorated past out of all of the players in the server for Mad Lions today. He was part of the Franksters roster. We have to go back a couple of years for that. Had an opportunity to play with Optic under the in-game leadership of MSL alongside of individuals like Nico. Tassis Config was in that team as well. Had a stint where he stood in for Cloud9. This is when the Cloud9 was a menagerie of players. Not even like the recent Cloud9, one where it was just thrown together.
Flusher at some point.
Yeah, and Refresh actually stood in for Golden during a Blast event where he was unable to get there because of health reasons.
Cloud9 Golden, you're freaking me out. Yeah, I completely forgot about that whole chapter.
That was my sleeping on Cloud9 period of time.
Yes, that's right, my God.
People didn't like that one very much, but I do like the fact that Acor has the AWP out immediately. Here's one I want to keep my eyes on as well. There's a star duo in my mind for this Mad Lions team, and well, Acor's part of that.
Just want to clarify, that smoke we saw Refresh, is that the main one? Like, next time we see him throw it, because I know it's a fruity lineup.
I think what it does is it goes to the skylight and lands in front of the T vent on a CT Molotov, and that way it lands.
That one.
So it's going to obscure that vent drop and doesn't have to be thrown on the fly. It's thrown as a set piece.
That's cool. Okay. Now, there is no info for the CTs as these two worm their way down secret. Completely silently. Simple will glance now, but they don't have info. This is actually a bit of a gap in the CT setup. And it's one that could very well pay dividends for the Danes. Flamey looking for contact, and should he drop, it's all a question of timing here. Does Refresh want to poke him down, or does he want to wait for that lower pack? They have to make a sound cue at some point, Chad. They're full lower control. 3 from ramp. Bomb's already lower. That's the sound cue, and that's the Flamey frag. Gets it. Hooksy's already there to sweep him up, and now it's on to Simple. It was, and it was quickly solved by Roy. Now only an MP9, 2 to be specific for a retake. No fun for anyone, and a FAMAS for Electronic working up towards ramp. The spray, not going to get him far. He opens the door, and the bullets are in the right direction, but nobody's down, and a 4v3 continues.
This is very difficult to retake right now. Damage might just be name of the game here with these MP9s. I'm not sure how they can get back in. It's quite fortified over towards that window room. I
really don't see an answer. They've got AKs for these lines as well. Just trying to contain,
Bomb's halfway ticked.
What's the safest exit plan for these?
I think they're locking them in because you have Electronic towards ramp right now. They can't go vent. They can't go decon. They're just trying to take away as many guns as possible here.
Where do you go? I think you're safe top of ramp, and that's where they're headed.
Oh, into decon, into window.
Yeah, and Hooksy survives like the skin of his teeth. Up on the hunt. Nobody going down. They've played that nicely. Mad Lions, conservative in their lower take.
The fact, look, I don't want to get started on this right now, but I'm just going to make reference. The fact that you can be that close to the bomb and not die, god damn.
No, Chad, that's an argument for another day. I know you prefaced it. That's definitely an argument for another day, because they would have been cream cracking if they had to leave anywhere else.
Exactly. They would have had to have gone into the MP9s. They would have had to have gone up to ramp into the guys of Electronic there. But
my one thing I thought you were actually, where you were going with your lead-in, was the fact that there was no one looking for the cross red. Like that, there was no contact. Electronic's main, he's focused on something elsewhere. I wonder if that's a gap they'll be able to exploit again. Obviously, it was just a gamble taken by the CT setup, but 2 slipping the net, and it led to Flamey's demise.
All right, so we're just going to bring something up quickly here. Alex, you were mentioning that smoke from Refresh. I've actually highlighted him here in the circle towards T-spawn and the X of where the smoke's going to land. So check this one out. Jump throw, it's going to go through the window, bounce off the top there and down in front on top of the Molotov. Now, the reason that something like this is good is normally what you'll see is the squeaky door HE and the smoke follow. This way, the smoke's going to land perfectly. You're not going to have any gaps.
Keep playing it out, because this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the gap Hooksy and Acor walk through. So because of that smoke thrown by Refresh, you can see Electronic, he's paranoid of a potential walk through the smoke, a top site take. His SMGs are attention. These guys cross with no one looking. Simple, I think he was drawn towards ramp and temporarily.
Take a little bit of a look back here. Simple was up towards heaven, so still nobody facing this position.
He's jiggled it, he's looked.
We can fast forward it as well a little bit. So yeah, nobody with eyes on that whatsoever. Just dry. That's a very dangerous way to do it.
Absolutely no info. Risky stuff, but it gets them the round, and we are back in for round 4. First game of the second day of IEM Beijing. And I'm excited to see whether or not we're going to get more Mad Lions on this T side. A bit more of a mix-up. Some outside smokes look to be lined up, so they'll start to deny some info this time around. And yeah, Electronic and Simple, quite the pairing. Look at his head. God damn, Simple. That was a risky maneuver. Mantles up on the rarely attended roof of warehouse. Hooksy's aggressive into warehouse himself.
Very quick as well, and he's doing like in Blame F fashion. He's on his own. He's got the rest of the pack together, taking a lot of liberties as an in-game leader.
Cool. I'll let you stay on the mic. I don't think we've got contact for a while. Actually, I say that. They're grouping ramp. What's Roy lining up? A boost? These, Flamey was not ready for that. Jumping on his teammate's head. Acor's knocked him for 6.
It's Flamey being punished twice now. They need to find Hooksy. They know that they've lost this territory, but they don't know if anybody's crossed. Flamey would have called a lot, but towards lower into Boomich's hands they go. And Boomich able to convert 1. Is that enough?
That should be enough. At least to slow them down. Acor's only got an AWP. Electronic has found Hooksy. NaVi are digging themselves out of this hole, but that's a lot of flame. Forces Boomich into the line of fire. And now as they look to descend as a pack, all 3 dropping the AWP as well. Simple upgrades for the situation. And now the bomb will be planted. Here they come. This could be chaos. A flash from Perfecto will catch Roy. Or not. Just a little too shallow. So many sound cues. Oh, it's a good flash and a peek, but quickly traded. Acor aggressive. He's got 3 this round. Some Eastside AWPing prowess, and Electronic survives. How does he survive? He could have found Acor, but it's quite the round. A quad kill from the Danish AWPer, and look at the mangled corpse of Flamey. That was the boost that set Acor into motion.
Yeah, you could see when Flamey was on the box, we just took a glimpse of his POV, and he was aiming lower than that. So Acor with a great pick there. Maybe something they've been working on as a bit of a special here against Flamey and his affinity for that box. But Acor instrumental in that lower bomb side, able to pick up the final frag as well.
Great round, but it got sketchy. The fact that, who was it that didn't close out on Electronic? That's, he'd have been red-faced.
Yeah, who was that on the side?
Shush.
I think it was Shush. Yeah, he was on the floor of the site there. So that would have been a massive blunder. You can see what this has done to NaVi's economy right now, having to just drop down towards these pistols.
Here we go. I like what Hooksy's calling here. Just outside smokes, let me bop down there. I'll call low side clear, or I'll force a rotate. One of the two. Here comes Boomich, loud as you like. He's forced 1 down. And with a MAC-10 against no armor as well, he's got to dream anything he can get with this MAC-10. It's $600 injected into what will be a long and strenuous game of Counter-Strike.
This is all 5 members towards Yard. I know Hooksy's down towards the secret area right now, but look at everybody else. Now pushing quickly in towards Warehouse, taking full control. Refresh is the one who has to watch that flank. Top of Silo might be a problem, but it is just these pistols. And as they've used their utility quite diligently, they've got full control of Yard.
Yeah, look at Electronic. He's aware of the potential push. And hi, Flamey, nice to meet you.
There's another one's home.
Yep. And Roy's peeking with him. It's perfect. This is lovely. There's very little a P250 is going to do when there's a hunting pack and yard. Hooksy's been down here for forever, but his presence is all that really matters.
Yeah, he's controlled it right now, so knows that no information can be taken there. And this one here, it should just simmer on out. I know Simple's still alive, but even still, they're spread out across the map quite.
How's your CZ75 coming along, Chad?
Look, I don't like it on the T side. I've actually switched over on both to the 5.7. Sorry, the 5.7 and the Tech 9. I've switched it off in recent times. I like it on pistol rounds.
I watch pros use it, and I'm like, it's legit. Look at it go. Takes off the head of Hooksy. That was only the Mac 10, though, so not too much of a casualty. No issues here. And, well, Refresh has got it all sorted out. He was lurking lobby the whole round. Boomich has only got a P250. He's being hunted down. 9 seconds. And that's the end of that. They could have got sketchy.
I don't know if the bomb would have even been able to plan in time. Yeah, that was getting really close.
It looks like it was going down just in the closing seconds. But yeah, it could have been a bit of an awkward one. That's 3 in a row for Mad Lions. They'll take that. Stuff.
Okay, so I maybe there was an issue with the bomb not, getting down in time, or there could have been. So let's just keep an eye on the late round situations for Mad Lions. I know that this one here, it looked easy as you like. Casualties weren't anything we were getting excited about, but the clock, look, that's an enemy as well for the T side. So let's see what they're able to work with on the buy. No AWP for Simple. He's down to the silence down 4, and Acor, he's going to get the tag. Electronic biffed on down to 47. So Ramp has been exploited on 2 of the key rounds against Flamey. They've been able to dismantle him, and this time they're going to bring Simple over to help bolster the defense, boosting him up. That silence down 4. It's perfect position for the job.
Yeah, you're right. They're going for the same boost on Acor. He's not going to find anything this time, and that scope will be heard. Simple knows what's coming. Will they be ready for a boost? This is Simple's chance for a massacre. Nobody's looking, nobody's home, and he's completely silenced. They do find him with a no-scope, no less. Acor, quick adjustment solves the mystery. And this mystery machine can go anywhere it wants now. Hooksy looking for trouble. He's once again blame effing it, if you will. Might have to be Hooksying it if he continues at this pace. Once again, slips down behind enemy lines unannounced. That's naughty. And that's powerful, considering that they have both ramp and the secret access to lower. It's about pacing and decision-making from now on.
Flamey needs a multi here.
He's so cream-crackered. Like, what do you get? They're going to shoot you in the back. Acor's, yeah, that's nasty, and that's perfect from Mad Lions. Now, I'm afraid the save call might have to be made. CTs, they got 2,900. Boomich. Oh, hello. And I don't think Hooksy's hungry enough to go looking. They're just going to accept that they have picked this round up with very minimal bloodshed.
This is nice stuff here from Mad Lions. They have a clear game plan. They have a very clear game plan. Let's exploit ramp. Let's put a lot of pressure on Flamey. He's sometimes a massive weakness for NaVi. He can be a star player, and he can also be an individual who rocks up and gets you just a handful of kills. And right now, they're hemorrhaging over towards ramp. Simple, they're probably feeling a little bit unlucky he didn't get more than 1 frag. But Acor, again, with impact, he's looking hot to trot right now as well.
Dude, that no-skip on Simple could have been very different. I'd love to see it in the replays if we can see how quickly Acor reacted to that. I don't know whether we have it in the contextual. But it's 4-2 scoreline. Mad Lions stringing together 4 on the T side of Nuke, no less.
Yeah, so if they continue to punish ramp, what's going to happen is maybe they have to put Simple over there with an AWP, and we've already seen a weakness towards yard. So here you go. Here's that contextual.
Yeah, bro, he solved that quick.
Even first person too. Lovely stuff, nice. Mid-air.
Very good work from everyone in the production studio. There's the man with a smile creeping on his face.
He looks pretty hench.
He does look hench.
I'm not going to lie. Acor looks like he can lift something.
I reckon he's definitely got that Viking bloodline.
You'd hope so.
What is that? That is cool. I want to learn the smokes. It's a warehouse smoke, neat and tidy from spawn, and that is the last piece of their, what do we call that one?
That's the L frame.
That's the L?
Yeah, so...
classic L frame.
It's just they've kind of...
It's a bit diagonal.
Yeah, it's a bit of a funky-ish L.
It's a funky L.
Yeah, they've used Comic Sans to do that
one. You ruined it. Perfecto evades that nicely, and it's actually a wild spray from his FAMAS that finds the head. Maybe there's more to be said, but just as he looks away, Boomich does go down. Simple makes the round a bit interesting because Flamey's found another Deagle frag. They can make this work. It's just Acor and Hooksy. Hooksy's gone now all onto Acor. Can he clutch up? It's against the very man he no-scoped, and he's only got an unarmored Deagle, but difference doesn't matter against Simple and against that one-shot headshot of the Deagle. Acor hears him. Simple has revealed.
He has an AWP. He had an AK. Simple. Why is he not using the AK?
And that's the end of that. Acor peeks him. Good question. Maybe wanting that one-shot headshot, has the same with the AK. Not sure why he didn't opt for it. But they have the cash to splash, and it is that simple AWP. So, as you were discussing earlier, Chad, maybe we get simple ramp AWP, but maybe that means there's more of a gap outside. I'm intrigued.
Well, maybe, just maybe, Electronic can be naughty around their aggressive CT-sided smokes. We've seen it before where he drops out that smoke towards T-Red. He'll play behind it to watch top of silo, but he needs someone to help him.
He's going that way. He is going to be a lot of work for Electronic, and I wonder whether or not they are going outside, or at least posturing for it. Oh. Did he get the molly? He might have. Could have corrupted the wall. I think I see a gap. He has made a gap. Lovely work from Electronic. On the fly smoke required, and they do underhand it. And off they go. There's a whole team behind that. It's going to be quite indicative of the drop. And what on earth? Hooksey's managed to get himself into vents already. Snuck down with that refresh smoke, I believe. This is cool. Mad Lions are playing a really nice T side here, and it's nearly swore that. Messing with NaVi. It's definitely messing with them. Oh dear, that's simple. That's the star fragger, 11 to his name, and he's silenced in a 5v4 scenario. Loads of time. This is kooky. They've got the AWP in vents. Flamey tucked in on Dark. Shush is about to molly him out of position into the loving arms of Deacon. Door swings open, timing's a bit off. He gets the bomb. Oh, that's huge, but Hooksey quick to trade. He's been doing a lot of heavy lifting with that Mag 10, at least presence, and now a nade landing at Perfecto's toes. Bomb to be planted. Round likely lost. Electronic wants to change the dialogue, though. Hooksey's head so close to being visible. He takes it off. 3-on-3 established. They have kits. They will go for this. A smoke on Boomich as well. Shoosh traded nicely by Boomich. He has window room. Time ticking continues. Acor patrolling the perimeter. He knows where Boomich is coming from, but he's got 2 targets to find, and he takes the head off Perfecto neatly down the ramp as he descends. Still 2v1, and Acor's doing it all on his own.
Jeez, he's just been great so far. Acor has been an absolute force to be reckoned with. A T-sided AWP, and I think he's gotten the lion's share of his frags in close combat AWPing.
I'm glad you said it. Yeah, same thought of me. I think I saw a quad kill in the lower site when they do a lower take, and he's done it again here on the bomb site. Close quarters AWPing. I loved the glance to Perfecto. That angle wasn't easy. Acor coming into with a point to prove. Okay, frustration for Perfecto. Acor lining up another outside smoke, and we're off to the races. Do they go behind him again?
I love the pace of this as well. They've been able to mix it up, and now against the pistols, as long as they don't flub it, and look who's down the vent again, Hooksey. In the backlines once more.
Same smoke that they threw. They've been conditioning that smoke from the second round.
Yeah, so this is quite a clear pattern that they're starting to present, and he might even find Flamey.
Oh, Flamey's having a nasty game. Hooksey takes him down again. They've just got so much control, so much power. Admittedly, this is just against the quasi-buy. Bang, bang, double D, not to the necessary belly.
You hate it, you hate it.
That's no fun.
You're gonna toast, mate. You're cooking.
Yeah.
Electronic maybe thinking the flame's not as hot as we could realize. He's pushed into it, got taken out, and well, this is going to be the round in the favor of Mad Lions. It is their map choice. It is Nuke. The scoreline momentarily will be 7-2. NaVi, they are struggling right now. Simple does have 11 frags. His impact came on the pistol round and was able to get a couple as well on that first anti-eco, but since then, there haven't really been competitive rounds.
No, and I think at this point in time, you know, if we teleport to the post-match and we're sitting there going, through the skin of their teeth, NaVi have managed to make it, you know, that's how it usually goes. But remember this moment. Remember the thoughts you're having now. Remember the...
7-2.
Yeah, 7-2. Mad Lions looking impeccable. Acor, close quarters AWPing. Great calling. Hooksey using a Mag 10 when he's got 7 grand in the bank to shred through the unarmored, or rather no helmets, force buy. Half buy, I should correct myself. But this is 7-2. It's just Perfecto waiting to try and collect himself a weapon or a cheeky frag, maybe grab himself a Kalashnikov, but nobody's home, nobody's giving him anything, and so he'll just save towards that ramp side. And there's the 7th we were talking about. So keep track of that, maintain the dialogue. Let's see if NaVi can dig themselves out. It is potential to see another CT AWP.
You want a positive here, Alex, for NaVi?
Go on.
I'll give you one. They've lost 7 rounds in a row, which means...
They've got max loss?
We've got max loss bonus. So we're going to see a buy, and it should be a strong buy. But they need to start posting some rounds on the board and getting a little bit more competitive here. So Simple, He's been gifted the big green. Thank you very much, Flamey. Unfortunately for you, that means that you only get a smoke and a Molotov, not even a full set
which has
of
been a
nades.
problem.
Yeah, so right here, right now, NaVi needs to start making a bit of a stand. And in usual fashion, it's probably going to be a multi-kill. So which star player is going to turn up for them this time?
Yeah, looking good. Looking very good. Electronic, he likes to play around this front smoke, and he has managed to get himself into a prime angle. Look at that. Oh, Roy's not going to be expecting it at all, but it doesn't matter if they go main off the flash they have. Boomich forced to tuck in. Hoopsy takes off Perfecto's head, and boom.
This is clean.
Just like that. Another almost spotless round. That's clinical. They've got their surgical scalpel out and just dissect the NaVi defense.
That was so nice. That flash that landed perfectly in front of main there, we caught that from the first-person perspective of Boomich. As soon as he peers away, Perfecto completely left open. He gets taken out, and from there, the top side just crumbles.
Oh, that was cool. I'm really enjoying this.
This is, so let's just recount the ways that they've used these smokes. Simple's going to get a couple of exit kills here, most likely. There you go. Well, these is just stat padding right now, ladies and gentlemen. But the way that Hooksy has been exploiting this, he's gone into warehouse. That's very standard approach. They've done a top split off of it. They've been able to get him down the vent multiple occasions. They've gone down secret. They're using this smoke and all the variations to force NaVi into unknown territory. They don't know what they're looking at while those smokes are up. So here's your options, because NaVi need rounds. Let's get stuck in. Let's start taking the fight to them. Push lobby, push yard, actually go for some yard control, go for something a little bit more aggressive. But there's Peacemaker on your screen, and he's bloody loving this, I'll tell you.
Yeah, dude, I mean, this is going to be such a gratifying feeling as a coach. Look at this flashbang. You can see Boomich still doing the dance. Vision restored. Hoopsy's ready. Got his flight path lined up. Roy's holding the back, and this is some exit frags to wrap it all up. But that's 8 now. 80 rounds, and I'm so glad we started today by talking about the power of the T side on Nuke, because ever since that pistol and its conversion, it's all been Mad Lions. Those 2 rounds from NaVi were 8 rounds ago.
So let's look at what they've exploited as well. Not only is it the smoke wall, Flamey is how they condition them early. Let's put pressure on ramp. Let's take that avenue. Let's force them to be a little bit jittery with the rotations. And then now when the smoke wall comes up and the idea that they could get lower, well, do you rotate heavy to bolster that side because Hooksy's gotten into the backlines multiple times? Do you stand your ground because a top split could be coming through? There's so many questions, but the answer is they're on a partial buy here. And look, Simple and Flamey need to get activated with these 2 guns.
Look at Electronic. I thought he was going to want, for the first time, actually go aggressive yard, but he's been shut down every time he's lingered around main.
Oh, it's the bent elbow. So we got another variation of smokes here.
Different, but the same. And the only man that's going to be adventuring, it's previously been Hooksy, who's been using the lone wolf on red, but you can see he's not alone this time. He's got Roy with him.
So they're just suggesting right now that they have gone down secret, right? That for them to appear through those smokes into warehouse, very unlikely because of the gap that was left. But here it's okay. They're most likely down secret. We can see with the radar, top left-hand side of your screen, nobody from NaVi has bitten on that right now. Staying in yard, waiting for that information. Flash comes through. Electronic doesn't pivot off of that. So they still don't know what's on the other side. They don't know where Mad Lions are whatsoever.
Boosting onto red. This is cool. Now, Simple. Likely pre-aiming this from somewhere, somehow. He's got a tight line for now, just on the cross to main. Or rather to warehouse. It's very tight. Aiko wants the hunt. Simple's peeking off his own flashbang. Nobody gives him the fight. It's Electronic, the first to fall, and Roy just a slither of his elbow knocked off by Simple. Puts us into a level, an even keel. Even Hooksy taking a bit of a heavy flak. He's down to just 2 HP. And then you're right, Chad, 25 seconds. I don't even know how they might expect to be able to dig themselves out of trouble with 20 seconds. It's a 5-second window to plant, 4.5. Simple already finds another, doubles up. 3 remain. The T's might want to try and dive down the vent. This is ambitious. They go in topside, and that's the frag they need. Boomich denies them both, and the round is lost. That's what they needed. NaVi with just 2 weapons. It's actually the CZ that doubles up, and now Acor just save it on to that AWP. It's not necessarily a financial one, more just hoping that the NaVi boys don't get the momentum.
A double AWP setup might be nice. Flamey with 1 over towards ramp, Simple with 1 towards the yard position, because those are some areas where they have been having struggles.
They were literally just
lined up for him.
Yeah, on top of each other.
Now, we did note earlier in the piece where it was a tight round against the Pistols, where they only managed to pick up all 5 kills against NaVi with 6 seconds remaining on the clock. They hadn't even planted the bomb. Mad Lions there, inaction was their biggest issue. They didn't actually take any space, and then as soon as Simple starts picking them off with 30 seconds left on the clock, they didn't react.
Go on, Hooksy. Okay, CT Molly will stop him and deter him, but he will have time as the smoke's still up. Waits to time it perfectly. They spray as it fades. He gets it. Lovely stuff. Hooksy has now once again got access to lower. They're going for what worked right at the start. One of their first gun rounds.
Coming ramp now.
Good call. Flamey senses it. Flash. No one fires a shot. Flash in return. Util being deployed. Flamey tucked in. Shoosh completely found. Oh, and another spectacular headshot. Simple is backing him up. Refresh needs the double, but Flamey denies. He's got himself 3 as he locks down Ramp, and NaVi starting to shift momentum in their favor. Hooksy, he's been known to slip the net, and he's got very little power in this lower site. What with the bomb lost on Ramp.
Good kill.
Quick adjustment. He was ready for that. Loses a great deal of health in the process, but finding Boomich is a start. It's a good start. Flamey with an AWP. He could be overwhelmed if he goes for a wide swing here. He's got to get his movement right. He's slow, and it should be Flamey's. Collect it. 4 on the ramp lockdown, and that's exactly what NaVi needed to see Flamey waking up. Tested ramp again. Previously, where Mad Lions were accruing plenty of rounds, this time denied.
And probably a good time for a timeout because there's a few things to discuss right now. Do we continue with the game plan as it's been working? We could try and punish Flamey towards ramp again. He did have a fantastic adjustment just there, but you can give it another crack. You still have a handful of rounds to work with. You still have a chance to exploit the same weaknesses you did earlier in the piece. More smoke walls towards yard, get Hooksy down the vent some more through that squeaky door position. All of those avenues are still open. Or do they want to go for something completely different? Do they want to just change the tune of this one? Maybe a top piece, just set off the bat without giving away anything. We're not doing any wall smokes towards yard. We're not doing any ramp presence early. We haven't blown open squeaky. What are we presenting this time? There's still the unknown for Mad Lions to throw at NaVi here, but this round right now, if NaVi can pick this up, they're going to put Mad Lions in a position where they need to consider their buy. They should be able to get a full purchase going forward, but they might be broken towards the tail end where we see some Galils or Tech-9s in the final rounds of play. So round 13, 8-4 in favor of Mad Lions on the T side. Squeaky blown open, Molotov towards main, and it looks like more of a default spread. Odds have definitely shrunk right now for NaVi, down to 165. Mad Lions have really clawed into this one.
Yeah, if, however, NaVi continue to close this half out, I will lose a lot of that momentum I felt Mad Lions were building. I do think it needs to be 10. I think it needs to be that intimidating double digits that allows for a couple of NaVi T-half madness to occur.
It's the pick again, same style.
Flamey learned his lesson, you can't deny that. Ramp has given up.
I love this smoke that they're throwing. It's different. I haven't seen anything quite like it before. They're using that to entry, so that can isolate a duel on the left-hand side of ramp there, but they also peer through it on both angles to take fights towards ladder base. Oh. Yeah, so if you are an AWPer, you can't sit there holding that line because they can get up nice and close on you by using the guys of that smoke.
He got down. It was the right eye peak for him as well. Simple, just quicker. And so early first blood goes NaVi's way, courtesy of Simple Electronic. The off angle, lovely find. They're starting to get the mojo flowing. NaVi looking comfortable. Refresh could find him here. That's Boomich caught jumping, but he evades fragging. It's Roy with only one. Shush thrust into a 1v3. No real way to the lower site. There's 2 rotated down, so perhaps upper is the best play. It's only Perfecto, and he's pushed up Trophy.
You have to know ladder's an option.
Go quick, bro.
Well, he's isolated to the back of the site here. Cannot move from the back wall.
What an adjustment! Oh, and he nearly gets the second chance as well. Early spray, but a quick reaction to the hut peak. It's not enough to translate the clutch, but he did hit the shot. 2 remain as the defuse comes in. NaVi taking the 5th.
Yeah, that plan is great. You can see their money here still in that 6K realm plus. Now, going forward, their loss bonus is starting to build. They have lost 3 rounds now on the trot. So that means they've got 2,900. If they
played out so differently.
If both those ramp players went down, it looked like it was going to be fumbled there for a second. So NaVi did a good job to course correct and Simple. He's up to 18 kills now. 10 for Flamey, 6 for Electronic, 4 for Boomich, and 2 for Perfecto.
18.
18. It's one of those days, Alex.
One of those, yeah.
Okay.
So we're back to our outside smokes, and a lot of them. This is what makes it feel like a lot of pace to the Mad Lions T side initially. You can see all of them blooming. Electronic has all of that denied. He's forced into a corner thanks to the Molotovs and flashbangs. And then I really fear if they hit the brakes for too long. So Acor looks like he's positioning himself for the outside hold. He's got more utility to throw, I imagine.
It's just wild to me that NaVi don't rotate anybody lower, considering the amount of times that Flamey has had pressure come in from Hooksy on a split.
There is the take, and that's the flash they wanted. Forces Perfecto off, and how does Shush hit that? He was looking at the ground, and Roy gets another, finally silenced, but they're going ramp, and it's only simple. He had a P250, the AWP was on his back. Flamey does eliminate the one lingering team member. I say one, oh, but refresh. Is Flamey expecting this? He was still anticipating. It doesn't stop him from going down, though, and that is a Mad Lions 9th. That necessary, as they've got the second half ahead of them. This is Mad Lions' pick, and they've broken the CT finances for this final round, at least for a couple of members of them. There's 9 grand on Electronic. He'll distribute nicely. 1 M4 thrown over already. Simple buys himself his AW.
Yeah, that means Perfecto, he's getting shafted here. He's going to grab the Famis. So Electronic being a bit of a bank, he's dropped across 2 rifles, even purchased himself one through. But you're right, if Mad Lions can get 10, that's a bit of a statement.
So many different strats in their book for this T-side.
There's just been, yeah, we've seen so many variations of smoke walls and positions and angles, and Mad Lions are well prepared on their map choice. Hooksy and refresh.
Oh, he certainly saw him. They're crouching under the smoke. Simple elevated to try and find the line. Nothing crossed the warehouse. That's the communication.
This time there's a full commitment behind it. We've only seen this within the early stages of the game, so if NaVi aren't ready for this pace change, Boomich might be in a world of hurt.
How many times have we seen Boomich drop that smoke? I don't think he's going to get a chance this time. Has he got a lineup for it? He's just going to jump for info. That's what he's opted for. Oh, just as he moves away, Acor scoped up on him.
Oh, Flamey's so brave, but this is an important push to get into the site.
And he's even got Simple to hold his backline now. I kind of like Navi's setup here. Now, Refresh could do something from that vent's position, but he's got to kind of try and stop that vent rotate. That's his plan. But Wallbang actually works out nicely. Boomich gets brought down to 30, forced out of position a little. And that's the Simple frags. They keep coming. He gets both of them. And he might even find a third. Acor doesn't. Simple does. And that's a 6-9 half. Solid defense keeps it close enough. And we'll see exactly how far Mad Lions can push it. They're heading over to the defensive side of Nuke.
Let's see if he can get on the T side.
Very fast, and they could be walking straight into Refresh. He's on the hut. Hooksy taps away at the first. They brought a Tech 9 into the pistol, and Electronics filled the feed with it. Gets a double, no less, to open up and start that bomb plant, but it's been stopped. I can't believe it. I believe he just straight up banged him through the smoke. Electronic, a third for the Tech 9. He's finally brought down to size, and now the price they pay is an unarmored Boomich in this 1v2. Acor. Okay, first duel. He knows where Shush was. He's got both of his targets. It's just about precision. Now, bomb retrieval is another part of the game, and he's got it. He can slip away. Perfect.
Lots of time for this.
F1 complete. Now, I'd love to hear a fake ramp into a loop around. If both descend into the top side, kind of like this, they'll just stick around. Travel as a pack can drop vents together if they feel the need, but they don't have to do that just yet, I imagine.
Oh, they're going yard, and so is Boomich. This is interesting. So they're going to wait for the sound cue before they drop down. Acor even doubling back over towards the heaven position. I don't think Shush should be expecting Boomich to come on down through main. But the timing on if he spots Acor or not could give away his position.
He's coming in from main. Shush really not anticipating this. This is probably going to make it a 1v1. Oh, nice clean kill. And one more to find. Acor. And Boomich is pre-aiming his position as well.
Oh, he's open.
Oh, he's planted for it and fakes it, looking for the frag. A couple of bullets go awry. He's down to 7 HP, no armor. The USP shreds through him. One headshot's his only way in, and Acor finishes it off with an eventual final bullet into Boomich. It's 10.
Well, we said that Simple has been great. Acor has been fantastic as well. Some of the impact rounds he was having within the early stages of this game, the AWP in the lower site was phenomenal, and so was this from Electronic into the top site. They've given the entry fragger a weapon for the job. He gets 3 kills, but it's not enough. NaVi dropped the pistol round here, and Mad Lions are in the driver's seat.
I wish we'd caught that smoke shot. He really did just straight up just muscle memory. Remember where the top front plant is from main.
Just bangs him out. So yeah, that's a frustrating way to go.
Just watch Simple's health bar go from like 100 to 70 to 50 to 30 to 0.
Look what the kills from Electronic on pistol round has facilitated, though. He's been able to drop across an AK for Simple. Now, Simple needs to find some impact here. He's even given a deagle to Electronic. Both of the star players have heavily invested going into round number 2 of the second half. If they don't find any impact here, if they're unable to get any kills and make this round interesting whatsoever, going into the next round, I have a couple of questions. Will they buy with the Galils? Will they purchase on through and drop guns across to the 2-star players once again? Or will they opt to take a save to level out their economy and make sure it can be a full buy? Because we know NaVi, they love these janky rounds. And these are the ones that keep their opponents on their toes. You never know what you're coming up against.
Oh, it's
my
perfect.
God.
The flash, the push, the MP9, it slaughters the only hero, AK. There's no Kevlar. Electronics sellotape the bomb to his chest in the hope of hopefully blocking a bullet. But yeah, unarmored AK and the rest of his team are already disintegrating around him. It's just SMGs, but good use of the flashbang. The only rifle works to perfection. Locked down, 11 found, and a heavy investment of their stars, Chad. You painted the picture perfectly.
That flash was nuts.
I want to see it just flying through the sky, Simple realizing this is not going to end well. Roy just rounds the corner.
He wasn't letting go of W. That was a classic moment right there where he was just running to take as much space as he could. So fantastic work there. That was team play. A-Core towards Heaven throwing that. Roy getting the frags, and, well, it will be the buy. So check this out. Electronic with a Tech 9, Simple with a Deagle, and Galils. This is...
Look at the outside stack.
Suboptimal.
3 of them went to throw something. Roy tucks himself in, and actually early smoke outside yard. He wants to one-way that. But there's only going to be an Electronic and Boomich having a look, or make it just Electronic. Aggressive with the AUG. Takes down that jump. And it puts us into a disadvantage for NaVi. Sexy Deagle skin for Simple.
They've done their homework here. And I want to point that out because Boomich plays on top of that main roof round after round. We saw it in the previous with him throwing the smoke towards main. Well, that's his go-to on their defaults. So Mad Lions have come in here today ready to win, and they're doing a fantastic job on map number 1. It's going to be difficult to see NaVi get into a game like this. And I know I've said that a million times.
Yeah, and then they do it.
But they need some big performances, and so far it is really just a simple show. Flamey had a couple of multi-frag moments. Electronic on the pistol round was able to get a couple of kills, but all in all, it's just been this man on your screen right here.
Yeah, unfortunate reality is that it has just not been the team effort required for an NaVi performance or a victory. There you go. That's not too shabby. Electronic into the side. Hooksy in a lot of trouble. He does get his flashbang off, and it works wonders. He gets 2 frags with very low HP, down to 41 before anyone came into the site, and they wrap it all up with another SMG frag. They get free upgrades on all of them, and this does bode so poorly now for NaVi, Chad. You're right. The early rounds have been very convincing for Mad Lions. This is Boomich being read nicely, just losing his life on an aggressive position from that AUG. A-Core using it nicely. It's cool to see the sniper taking the AUG for the early rounds and CT nuke.
They can play similar roles. He's actually even more potent against the lower buys as well, because they're likely to be more in a pack than they would on the gun round. So fantastic stuff here from Mad Lions as they continue to impress.
A-Core, what are you up to, bro? What are you up to, bro? He hasn't even checked close, and that's a free MP9 delivered to a member of NaVi. Ooh, quite the angle flame. If this works, I'm going to love it. It was a little risky from Refresh, but he's fine, and they've managed to lock down this outside control. They don't have the utility for a wall, but they will drop 1 main.
Bro needs to be very careful here. This Deagle from Simple, if it lops off his head, if he over peaks and Simple takes another frag towards the yard position, oh, Mad Lions are going to be strung very thin. He's actually been able to tuck across into Warehouse, so a very good position. Shush towards ramp. He's going to have a couple.
Yeah, he may not be anticipating someone so close. Yeah, he is. He's aware that Perfecto can swing. And that's what he was worried about. A quick 1-deke from Perfecto puts a weapon into NaVi hands, and they descend. Boomich bringing the bomb down ramp, making as much noise as he does.
No one's home. They can get the plant down for free.
He completely can. What a turnaround. 1 opening frag, 1 over aggression. And now Mad Lions looking to overcome a 3 versus 4. It's certainly not impossible. Kits, rifles, everything favors Mad Lions in that respect. But numbers, NaVi have other plans. So many there. And he can't even get 1. Boomich pulls the trigger so damn quick. Yeah.
Yeah, they're backing off. If they got stuck into this and they gave up more guns, then we start coming into economic woes for Mad Lions, saving these 2 weapons, or if they can, Simple's on the hunt. He might get a timing here on Roy. I don't think Simple will be expecting this. If he hits this shot, absolute banger would be reported, but Roy is going to deal with him. So good survivability right now. The 3 players on NaVi should hold on to what they have as well. Their economy not looking fantastic whatsoever. And just exiting over towards Secret. Bomb goes off. Round comes onto the board. Scoreline now 12-7 favoring Mad Lions on their map choice. But this is the economy play, the percentage play, as we like to call it these days. So Acor maybe getting a little bit ahead of himself, gifting that freebie to Simple, and that's all they needed to work the pieces across the map and find themselves a very important round. So a timeout coming on through. Take a quick look at the right-hand side of your screen. You can see Shush has 7.1k. He can drop an AWP over towards Acor.
Hooks he needs. Oh, okay, Refresh can drop it. Yeah. Okay.
So they're making it work. They've cobbled together this buy. So there's not going to be any drama. Shush can actually even afford whatever he wants at this point as well.
Groovy. Boomage can't. Probably a rifle on the floor for him, but
Hopefully.
we do get into a NaVi success.
Finally.
First of the T side. And it came off the back, as Chad has outlined, just that simple effect. Acor getting a little too greedy.
He's been having a good game, and I can understand it. You know, if he took that fight, he immediately gets Simple.
Double kill,
yeah,
round
look, that's feeling
one.
great.
Yeah.
More money in the bank, but it just shows you how close these rounds can come down to. That was just the pistol upgrade from NaVi. So here we go, back underway. AWP out for Simple. Image has that M4. AUG for Electronic. Very curious buy for both teams. Lots of weapons. All right, they need to be careful before picking this line, and Boomich is not going to be jumping on towards main. Electronic. There was a little gap.
It was
just under that smoke. I don't think anything was seen.
Boomich is on his roof again. And
Loves
Electronic
it up
has
there.
snuck down Secret. Simple posted up for Warehouse. No contact there. And it's Roy. Only an incendiary, so we won't be able to drop the smoke and panic. That's why he's holding an off angle. Wants contact and to take a frag. Boomich has revealed his location. Refresh can communicate that to Acor, who readies his aim. 50-second mark. We do see the incendiary drop lower, and that's going to force Roy into a more passive stance now. That's the frag Acor was waiting for. Catches the first of the adventurers in yard. Boomich joins Simple behind the red container. They cannot cross. They cannot join Electronic, and that's the bomb, Chad. What do? They walk across?
Go lower.
Just
It
walk?
feels like they have to go lower, which means they need to take a fight. But with only this one flash, that's their only option. Flash and go.
And Simple spotted Acor, but not having that frag puts them in dire straits. Acor has kept them. They forced them into the site. He even catches Boomich. Great play. Simple with the bomb spotted. Flamey is on top site.
I think they're calling a save.
And he's running away. Refresh is chasing him. Both of them.
That's a very, very easy round for Mad Lions to pick up. It didn't even feel like they had to do anything other than hold their ground, wait for kills to be presented to Acor, grabs a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, Mad Lions T-side, you know, did a lot more with the same control.
Yeah, they were actually able to use the smokes to take some territory. NaVi, they took secret control.
But only one.
Yeah.
And then they faded and the bomb was trapped behind red. It didn't look nice. And I will a direct credit to Acor because he was very passive, but his presence alone and the fact he was still hitting shots was enough to keep them pinned at red.
Well, I think as well, if we take a look at the man that we were highlighting from the first half for NaVi being Simple, he's only got 1 kill so far in the second half. So his impact is not being felt just yet, but they're running out of rounds to do exactly that. So things are going swimmingly on this Mad Lion side, and it doesn't even feel like they're needing to break too much of a sweat so far. As the timeout ticks on down, NaVi have called their second, 2 remaining here in map number 1. You can see top right of your screen, Train and Overpass, their maps to follow if required. Train will definitely be coming up next, but Overpass as that third. And NaVi, well, Electronic can buy. Simple still has that orb. Perfecto looks like he's opted for a Tech 9. Vimich, he can get a full kit of utility here. So everything they want going into the next round of play for NaVi, but they're running out of rounds.
They certainly are, Chad. This.
Oh, they flubbed their smoke as well. There was
Stans and Molly actually on the roof, stopped the bounce.
Acor threw that as well, I believe.
Damn. It's one way to lock him out.
But he's just gone straight back into this passive AWPing stance as well. So he can see completely the gap towards yard. They haven't crossed towards red yet. There's no option for them to do so. That means there's been no rotation so far to the lower site. NaVi left with a bunch of Molotovs, a couple of smokes, flashes. Boomich back on his perch. But they need to get some kills. And if they let the clock whittle down again, I think they'll just lose to the positioning of this AWP.
Not again.
Okay, so they're going for some aim map style smokes here. One towards main, one towards the windows. Flashes as well, but still, Acor can just hold this line. Very strong against the default of NaVi. He's even worried about back of warehouse, but nobody's home. This is quite a turtle setup from Mad Lions. They even have 2 towards ramp, so the map is very fortified.
Yeah, top side seems to be the plan, right? Is that heaven, Molly?
Bombs box, I think.
Okay, so Hooksy's going to have to find a safe haven. He is safe for now. Flashes his teammate out, but refreshes the 1-4. NaVi have an advantage now as they look to tighten their grasp. Hooksy does connect into the first, but quickly swung on. Tech-9's all perfecto needed. Bomb will be planted and rotate coming in. Electronic has this lobby fight. Roy second guessing himself. A nice sound cue given over, and looks like Shush is saving.
Yeah.
Looks like they concede this one. And so NaVi,
Very Danish.
yeah, getting exactly what they wanted, and they play the percentages.
Yeah, that's the thing. So this game, if NaVi continue to be threatening in these rounds and they're not in a scrap, and what I mean by that is there's not equal trades. As you can see on your screen right now, not a lot of damage done to the surviving NaVi players. Boomich, the only member to fall. The trades fell in the favor of NaVi. At this stage, for Mad Lions to even try and retool on a retake, they have to get in and win with multi-kills, and that's very difficult to do in a retake scenario. So they've opted to take their guns home, come back and fight in the next round. Their economy is still decent, so the loss bonus trickle on through. Guns can be dropped from Roy and Shush over to Refresh and Hooksy. They do need utility, so I would like to see that as the option. Shush, after the rebuy, has 3,400. He can drop an M4. Roy will be able to do the same. He only needs to buy into a smoke grenade of $300 worth. And at this point, Mad Lions, they lose this one. Well, now we start talking about that NaVi double digits.
Yeah, taking a look at opening duels as well. They are dead even, despite Mad Lions overcoming many of those 4v5 disadvantages. You can see it's actually just 10 to 11 in opening duels. That doesn't sound too bad, but 13 to 8 does. 3 rounds is all Mad Lions need, and look at the oh my goodness, Roy, calm down. He charges into lobby. Hooksy's right behind him. They've just charged lobby. They're doing a lobby crunch, and it kind of works. Shush has only got 1 HP. That's not really functional. He nearly goes down. Just evades the nade around the corner. This is kooky. Flamey needs the bomb.
Quick.
And he does come on in to call it clear. They have so much time left, but my God, is this a different change of pace from Mad Lions? They just rushed into the lobby. Roy close to finding Simple. That would have put us into a completely dead even 2v2, but Flamey has an advantage now, and Hooksy, just as you arrive, bro.
Has to fight.
And he does. He wins the duel. Nasty, nasty twist of fate. Puts us into that 2v2 I was mentioning.
This is very winnable now for Mad Lions. This would be an absolutely monstrous round to win. Hooksy wants more. He's searching. He might get the double.
I don't know, man. Flash is pushing. Oh, he cakes down Electronic. It's only Simple now. With 7 HP, he's lost his healthy teammate. And the bomb's loose as well, trying to retrieve it in the smoke.
If he drops vent, look at Shush.
Yeah, you're right. The vent is broken, though. Simple retrieves the bomb and drops down. Okay. Step 1 complete, but Shush, as you mentioned, the 1 HP survivor is right where he needs to be, and Mad Lions overcome. A great 2 versus 3 played out by Shush and Hooksy.
That was insane. It looked like that lobby crunch, obviously premeditated as a call. You're not just doing that one off the fly. It's not let's just push. You could actually see that Molotov from Hooksy there coming on through, locking out the players from lobby.
Nice from Shush, man.
They did a great job to brawl in that fashion. I really, really want to put credit on Hooksy's Molotov deep lobby because it locked at least 2 players out of the fight. You could just see how they swarmed. They took the players out on the little hut rafter. Everything going very well for them there, and that was not an expected pace change. You can see NaVi immediately having to take another timeout. Only 1 remaining now. Simple immediately buying on in. The rest of his teammates had no choice but to follow here. Boomich, is he going to go for a Galil? Will he go for an AK with armor? That's going to put him low on utility. Perfecto's had to go down to the Tech-9. He couldn't get himself a rifle going forward. And as that tactical timeout has expired, we get back underway, but it's 14 to 8. Mad Lions 2 rounds away from sewing up map number 1.
Yeah, NaVi, their history on Nuke has been spotty, losing recently to both OG, Astralis, and I believe Mouse Sports in the last 2 months of play. Mad Lions looking to add their name to the list, and a couple of rounds separating them. GG.bet actually starting to give them the edge. It's been quite the shift in the odds over the course of our first map of the series. Electronic posted up, he'll be the red lurk. There is a man right behind him on the other side of this, though. Roy, he's going to surely do his due diligence. Neither of them did. They still don't know. I don't know who's going to check. I actually don't know.
I don't think Electronic's going to look up. He's going to get gifted this if Roy goes, oh, hello. Yikes.
That's no fun for Roy. He feels like a bit of a plum. Bit hot under the collar there. His gaming jersey getting itchy.
It's all right, mate. We didn't catch all of that. Perfect camera
It's not like
angle
30,000
whatsoever.
people were watching you not check your corners. It wasn't even corners.
Oh, no.
It was the Z-axis, and they've lost electronic. Perfecto jumps into the jaws. Boomich finally finds ramp, but short-lived. Acor plucks the leader of NaVi out from the cross, and now Simple does have ramp control. Flamey in the lobby. Acor's not expecting this. Oh, he slipped the net. Has he, though? Acor's pre-aimed it. Maybe he saw his hip.
It's so hard for Simple to win this fight.
Is it just a guess? It is a guess. He's still floating ramp as well.
Thing is, Simple is really on a knife's edge here. If he peers out too far and shows the barrel, Acor's going to... All the timing on this. How can you get any luckier with that one? And the bomb. Look where the bomb is. How does Flamey win this?
Okay, 25 seconds, kill him. Hope they peek him. It's not going to happen.
Needs the hook mod to get up heaven there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, yeah, that's 15 on the board for Mad Lions. This is going to be a single-digit victory for Mad Lions on Nuke. This is fantastic stuff.
What a turnaround.
That first half, we were thinking, well, it was close. It was 9-6. You know, we're used to NaVi having lackluster CT sides. We know on the T side, that's where they turn it on. That's when they come together. Simple still with only 1 kill here in this second half.
I was exaggerating a little bit, but I found that complexity result I was thinking of. It was over at ESL 1 Cologne. Remember that?
Okay,
That was a while ago.
That was, what was that? That was 10.5 weeks ago.
It was a 16-8, not a 16-3, but felt good. It felt very dominating. That's all I'll say.
If you cut an 8 in the middle,
yeah,
it makes 3.
That's, yeah, like, oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Vertically.
Yeah.
I just had a weird looking C. Okay, so Tech9's behind the wall of smokes. There we go. That's a nice start, and it's a fundamental T-side approach.
Okay, there's 2 of them lower already. How are you going to get past Acor? He's been on fire.
I don't know, man. I see this looking like a couple of mollies after a frag. Suddenly they're locked out.
Have to peer a little bit, and that's enough.
That's enough for Acor. He's got himself his 24th frag in pursuit of the match point. This is it. To take the map, and certainly not the match. This is the first of the best of 3. Ooh, hi, Simple. Bit of an overextension, and the hero dies a hero's death. Perfecto, long-range tapping. Roy just had a transfer with the AUG into 2 heads. And we wrap it all up, put a bow on it. Nuke is Mad Lions. They picked it, and they win it. To see what they've got in store for us as they up against a NaVi T side on trains. As they up against a NaVi T side on train. One of my favorites to cast. Let's see what twists and turns we have in store. So Roy actually looking to take a duel here. It's quite unusual. Shush does once again stand and fight, put some pressure on them. They want to contain this. They don't want Brown Halls to be an open and shut case. And oh dear, that's a Simple P250, and it couldn't be a better map for it.
Okay, well, they're going to accelerate towards Yard off that. They picked up a freebie of a smoke here. That's going to help their ascent out Ivy. Even an upgrade into a USP.
I like this a lot. Oh dear, Refresh catches him off guard. He takes down Simple, doesn't have the bullets. It doesn't matter. He hasn't gone down, he tucks away. And now into the site comes Perfecto. A good flash, Refresh not down, finished off finally. And a quick clean headshot into Roy. Oh, a triple kill from Perfecto. He only needs 1 more. Shush is found, and that's a NaVi pistol, courtesy of the full squad. It's Perfecto's triple, though.
If, look, Simple didn't get that opening kill towards Ivy, there may have been real issues towards that Yard position. The reason I state that was NaVi were going for an inner fake. Here's that opening kill from Simple's POV. Lovely little one-tap there. And the 3 players that Mad Lions had towards the B bomb site, aggressive towards the box holes, they could see it was clearly just a fake. That deep connector smoke didn't worry them whatsoever. They had eyes on box holes. They saw that there was no pressure coming into the site, and they rotated everybody back towards Yard. Perfecto's multi-kill, that's all they needed. But now they force-bought Acor onto the scout. 2 Swag 7s in play.
Swag 7.
They made them both in towards Pop, so that's going to be very scary.
Yeah, this is even more scary, though. Flamey's just found a way into the site.
Oh.
See you later, boys. That force buy has not gone well. Electronic even gets a $900 shotgun kill.
Wait, did Electronic buy that?
I imagine a T-side shotgun came out.
I'm sorry, what?
The Ivy wrap. It's a perfect weapon,
yeah.
Chad. It's a perfect weapon for taking Ivy.
We see that in the meta all the time.
Oh, yeah, classic. Second round shotgun Ivy lurk.
That's interesting.
Well, he had Flamey with him, so he was definitely bounding around, confirming there was nothing long range.
Okay, so it will just be the save for Mad Lions. We can settle in right now. I don't think the round would be
I'm going to have some of these knickknacks. These are very Moorish. That's a good word.
Moorish?
Yeah, do you know that word?
Does it mean you want more?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, look, all in all, this should be the third round on the board for NaVi here. It's just going to be the USPs and P2K in the hands of Refresh right there. And as we simmer into this one, if Mad Lions are able to maintain Pop Dog control and not allow NaVi to be pressuring too much out of main, so really containing them to those 2 choke points, you might be able to see them net a haul of rounds here. But as soon as NaVi gets space in towards Yard, oh, hello, Flamey. 1 second now is the Mac-10. It might actually pick up a big haul of kills. He only grabs 1, and Shush will survive on 7 points of health. They do have the Mac-10, but unless they can get kills with it, they don't need it next round.
Yeah, I'm not so convinced that that's going to be seeing the light of the third.
I would love to see if Electronic keeps this, though. The Alligator, move that into the next round. See how much damage you can do with that one. Maybe dropping him into Pop early. But my point about NaVi, if you can contain them to the choke points and make sure that they can't get into Yard, not for free, but in the sense of they get out into Olaf, they push out towards E-Box, that's when you're going to find yourself in a world of hurt. I think Simple and Electronic have a fantastic job of playing off each other once they do have space. So denying that should be name of the game. They have Shush, I believe, is their inside anchor. Acor will be rotating around. You got Refresh dealing with the Ivy plays, and that's going to allow Hooksy to be playing with Roy up close and personal towards Pop and main position. So those two right there with Acor are going to be the trio to deal with a lot of the aggression out main and Pop. We will get the buys coming through. So Acor immediately onto the AWP. We must see that from him. 4 M4s and no defuse kit going into the first gun round. So if the bomb goes down, keep your eyes on Mad Lions. They might just opt for the save.
Electronic does upgrade to an AK-47. He won't be bringing the Alligator out. What is NaVi's go-to here? Waiting for the right time to deploy, and 2 smokes, 1 E-Box, 1 Ivy. Acor has the info, though. Pre-aiming for the jump across, as well as anyone going for the pallet peak. Oh, Roy, what have you got in store? If they start breaking windows...
Oh, they're containing them here. This is a good molly from Boomich. I know he's stuck in there.
Yeah, he's taken a lot of damage and finished off after being softened up down to 47. The Mac-10, oh, what a perfect flash. That's NaVi's every day of the week. They're looking as drilled as Mad Lions did on their T side of Nuke.
That was very good stuff.
Hello, info, Jiggle, fights and takes the shot. Acor trying to level the odds, but already losing Shush, losing Acor. The frags just keep coming, flowing for NaVi, and poor roll Refresh, well, he's vulnerable. I think he may have even been spotted. It looks like Simple hasn't made the call, despite being able to see just a little glimpse of him. Flamey going down, but quickly traded. NaVi off to a flying start. You can see Roy was putting really uncomfortable set of circumstances there.
Yeah, we actually have that Molotov on replay, I do believe, to show the viewers at home. Now take a look at this. You've got Boomich here. He's lining it up there. Take a quick little screenshot of this, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to learn this one at home. Standing on up, window broken, crouching.
It's not easy, is it?
This one stands, and away you go. Now that is going to lock any of the Pop players in. They've got some options. They either have to extinguish it, they have to run through the flames, they have to stand and fight. And stand and fight didn't work is a very good option for Roy right there. So back down to the pistols for Mad Lions. As all in all, things are looking fantastic for NaVi in the early stages. Force the rotation back towards the inner bomb site. Rotation from all 4 of them. It's just Acor towards Yard hanging around the bomb train. But that's a great opening. Shush has found the heads.
Fortunately, yeah. Just the one on the way in. Oh, a scout tag. It's not enough for a frag. And finished off before that vulnerable flamey HP could be punished. NaVi 5, Mad Lions 0.
Okay, so Hooksy and Roy are yet to frag. Now, this is only our second gun round we have in play, but those two, really keep your eyes on them. Because if they can't contain Pop Dog and they can't contain main, which they've just struggled with in the previous, this could really spiral out of control. Because if Mad Lions then opt to go for more of a passive setup, that's when you have players up heaven on the bomb train, your AWPer in the back lines, your rifle a little bit more passive towards the back tracks. NaVi will take those liberties. They will take that space and they will punish you. So Acor trained towards main. There's the standard utility, and Simple's in Pop. Smoked off, shot fired. That's going to keep them honest, but into main they go. And there you see Hooksy, he falls 0-0-6 right now. Things are getting better and better for NaVi.
I wonder if Simple shot incited Hooksy to try and get away. There was a smoke there now.
We need territory. This is good.
Oh no, completely caught out. Acor goes down again. Roy standing his ground. And this time, Flamey catches him standing. Lovely work from the top of the ladder. They're just getting every fight they need. It's every round now. NaVi getting something favorable. This is good. Refresh tags up one and finds the other. Electronic both dueling with him. Oh, and Simple eventually wins the war of attrition. A 1 versus 3, but slightly winnable. They are softened up. And that was the necessary first. Shush, though, will he be anticipating that Pop Dog player?
Boom just got him here, surely.
He's just tucked in time, and he's found the head. A 1v3 starting to manifest. Upgrades to the AK, and he's found it as well. Mad Lions gifted the first of our second map, courtesy of Shush. He even scavenges away an AWP as well.
Oh, that is a huge round to win right there. That's one that normally sends NaVi into Tilt Town. The timeout's going to be taken from Mad Lions, and that means they just need to discuss their buy. But this was fantastic work. They had no right winning this round, and Shush has played this one to perfection. I thought Boomish had him dead to rights every day of the week, but that final frag just there. And that's a nice one to win, so that's going to inspire a little bit of confidence within the team.
They have to big him up.
Gets his AWP. Yeah, Acor even gets dropped across this AWP, but the reason the timeout's being taken is because they need to discuss their buy. You can see Roy, Hooksy, and Refresh, they are hovering around the full buy mark. It's not enough, and you can see what's happening. They're actually dropping guns across here. So Roy's been given an M4, Shush has gone into the MP9. That's meant that full utility can be purchased on through for 3 of them. Refresh onto a FAMAS. They've made it work. It's not great. It's not ideal. NaVi definitely have a much better buy.
Hey man, hey Shush, yo, thanks for the 1v3. Here's an MP9. Thanks, bro.
We know you're playing Anchor inside. Let's hope they don't come and try and punish you. Good luck.
Fingers crossed. I hope you got a smoke grenade and you can just jiggle and throw. That's pretty much all he's going to be getting to do for the most of this round. Flamey and Simple are going to test him, but Acor wants a little bit of an Ivy look. Flashed off, but fine. Simple this time a bit more of a commitment to his pop line than previously. And Acor sticking around, an aggressive AWP denied by Electronic for now. Lots of early util from both sides.
Much. Jostling for position right now. No one's got the better of this just yet.
I really like Acor's backtrack position. He can really support. He's actually given that one up. So another CT smoke arrives, Ivy. There's still 70 seconds left in the round.
That's insane when you consider we're only working with 4 flashes and a HE.
Yeah, they really are nervous, man. Or whether or not this is all intentional. I don't know why they'd be so concerned about a quick NaVi round. It's not necessarily like a team known for the fast pace. Admittedly, this one has passed in the blink of an eye the first 6 rounds of play. Flash for info, nobody home.
2 flashes left now.
Yep, and we still have 50 seconds.
Oh, no.
NaVi have just basically got everything they need. Now it's time to do what we set out to at the start. You throw out your util, Flash is going to come over that rooftop. Acor's going to be safe from them, or at least partially too far away. Yeah, look at that. He's got vision. He has to hit this shot. And he does. Perfecto caught just on the cross. Now brought down to size. Boomich into the side from Ivy. Refresh holds his nerve. It's Acor on the bomb train. A lot of pressure being applied. Simple continuing to frag. Electronic as well. They're filling the feed. It's all brown on blue. NaVi doing NaVi things, and you said it shouldn't come down to him. Can he really hit us with 3? Not to be.
All right, still problems. Now, we know that that Shush round was a massive clutch. It was the first round to get Mad Lions on the board, but to replicate it, to actually string some together was going to be more and more. But Acor, even with that opening frag, it wasn't enough. You can just see once they get that space, they isolated all these jewels, and that's where the star power of Simple and Electronic can really shine. Oh, we've got some young viewers tuning in today. Hopefully they're enjoying the show. NaVi up 6-1 now on their map choice. Map 3 will be overpass if we require. Pistols back out for Mad Lions now, and feels like we've seen them on eco time after time. Roy wanting space again, locked in again, naded again. He's not having much luck over towards Pop, and Hooksy's even having less of it. 0-0-8 now for the new in-game leader of this Mad Lions team, being absolutely beaten and brutalized towards Main and Pop Dog as this duo. More kills fall in their favor. Shush will find a consolation frag, and well, this is a 1-on-4.
Go on, Shush.
Give it another go.
Not sure he even fancies it. He's going to go through inner.
I love his picture. Look at his picture.
Yeah, right.
I read some comments. I think Devilwalk made a tweet about it, and someone replied something like, when their mum tells you got broccoli for dinner or something. Once you get older, broccoli's pretty good, kids.
Yeah, recommend broccoli. Good source of iron.
Stay away from the Brussels sprouts. But
cauliflower is a poor man's broccoli.
yeah, look, they really do like to substitute broccoli in lieu of, cauliflower in lieu of broccoli, and I don't think
it looks the same, but they are not.
They're not the same. The texture's not even close.
Not even.
Rush, you prefer broccoli or cauliflower?
Broccoli, 100%. It's delicious, man.
It actually makes you feel good when you eat it. That's the weird thing.
You know, my parents used to have to do play a game to trick my sister into eating broccoli.
Oh, yeah?
When she was very young, she refused to eat broccoli. So we would all pretend to look away. We'd say, I hope a dinosaur doesn't eat these trees.
Oh, yeah.
And so we'd all at the dinner table have to cover our eyes, and then she'd be the dinosaur, and she'd eat the trees, and we'd go, where did the trees go, Grace? Where did the trees go?
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a nice little trick for all you parents out there. Or soon to be. Treat your kid like a dinosaur.
Yeah, she had a really bad 16th birthday, though. Still, we are back into the action, and we do have 2 AWPs in play, a smoke early and an aggressive boomage. What have you got for us today, young man?
Well, he's doing the Carrigan maneuver right now. He's got another kill. Hooksy, sorry, mate. 0-9. Oh, it's really getting tough out there. Okay. Hold up.
Okay.
Never mind. Everyone calm down again. This looks like another NaVi round, unless Acor has something to say about it.
Bang. And the problem isn't solved. Acor still lives. Perfecto could be strafing into that very man's aim. So cautious on the jiggle.
Pose was spotted.
Found. 1v1. Acor so impressive on the first. Needs a quad kill here. Simple's going to peek into him. He's going to have to react. The scope sound. Oh, and a missed shot. A chance, a new lease of life for Acor, and he gets the hell out of dodge. Now, Bomb is on Simple's back, and so the freedom to plant is his. Oh, spots him and hits it. Exceptional from Acor. 2 rounds so far for Mad Lions, and both off the back of clutches.
Individual ability of the Mad Lions players really on show in those rounds.
See that again. So Boomich really did open up the round. It was a nasty one for Hooksy, who has yet to frag, but Acor finds 4 in this round. 2 so far. There's the 3rd, and the 4th, exceptional. Look at this. He has no aim, has to get his eye to the scope and pluck Simple before his boots can touch the ground. Great shooting. Peacemaker just happy to have another round on the board.
Yeah, the problems are when you're winning rounds like this, you really need to start getting consecutive rounds because the money is great for NaVi. They're able to purchase on in again. Aggressive AWPing. Refresh on a secondary?
Hello. And that was supposed to be Hooksy's. That's not fair. There it is. Perfecto goes down. And the toe spotted. Simple. He's trying every trick in the book and trying to shoot off the ladder. That's ambitious.
I'll give points for the attempt. Yeah. Audacious.
Creativity. Somehow I feel like they win this. Not anymore. Shush has gone aggressive and catches the hunting electronic, puts him into a 1v4 scenario with basically the whole round to play out.
Money's a problem now for NaVi, so Simple needs to do a lot of damage here. 2 more kills, get the magic number of 3.
Is that Simple's AWP?
I don't know, maybe it's broken.
It could be someone else's, but either way, interesting to see. I think it's about an £8 skin with about a 500 quid sticker on it.
Oh, okay. You still know your skin game, do you?
Oh, he's got iBuyPower Katowice, and it's on a graphite, which I'm pretty sure I had, and I couldn't afford many cool skins when I first got skins. So I think the graphite was about £8. Pretty cool. And bye-bye Acor. Maybe this Kutch has got some legs. Simple makes quite the announcement of his presence into main. Hooksy's holding the cross and he's missed it. That's no fun. The underperforming in-game leader from Mad Lions has given Simple room to move and room to fill his lungs with a fresh set of air as the bomb goes down.
This looks so winnable now. Both players for Mad Lions on the A bomb site. Bomb goes down, sound cue comes through, and they know that they're in the wrong place. And Simple, he could be anywhere.
Yeah, he can just completely evaporate now. They've got to answer so many questions, and I quite like that they're traveling as a pack. Kit, Hooksy, Smoke, Shush. Combined, that's a lot of pressure on an AWP trying to clutch. I hope they don't waste too much time. Oil is the jewel. He hears them. And he hits the crazy quick scope. Simple on for the 1v4. This is exceptional. He's running out of time. Just needs the kit. The smoke's on it. He doesn't have the kit. He baits him in. Does he have the time? He doesn't have the kit. And Simple's done it. Just like that, the star of the show steals a round from 4 Mad Lions.
They're going to be kicking themselves, dropping that one there to Simple. Absolutely phenomenal play. It was starting to look like they might be able to muster a bit of a CT side, and then this happens. The quick 1-2 punch. From there, that missed shot, away he goes. The bomb goes down, and wow, that's where the Simple show really starts. Look, he doesn't get the final kill. The blade comes out. If there was a kit on Shush, there may have been some real problems. But you can see Flamey having a bit of a giggle about that one as well.
Oh, wow. That went from nothing to everything in 2 shots.
Yeah, I think the frustration of Peacemaker probably says it all about this first half. Now, it's not done and dusted just yet. NaVi, they do have the lead. They do have the half in their back pocket.
That round started with him going for that ladder shot, right?
Yeah.
He was trying every trick in the book, as you put it.
Well, at this point, it will be a bit of a technical timeout, I do believe. Hopefully get this one back underway momentarily. But NaVi are looking like they're trying to, well, get revenge for map number 1. Nuke was fantastic from Mad Lions. We loved what we saw. Their T side, the way that they were abusing their rotations, they were punishing Flamey over towards ramp. And now it feels like they're on the receiving end of just some of that punishment. Hopefully we can get this one back underway any second.
That's the effect of a 1v4.
Yeah, the internet's gone out. Someone's accidentally
kicked the router.
Yeah. Ping issues. There you go.
They will resume ASAP.
All right. Well, maybe this is a good time to check in with our scoreboard. Rush, can we see the scores on the doors?
Sure. MC, bring her up.
I should be asking MC. All right. I'll cut out the middleman from now on, MC. Okay, so here you can see the struggles. We'll start with the Mad Lions side. Hooksy, 1 kill. I said that him and Roy, who also only has 2 kills, needed to be a force to stop Pop Dog and Main. Well, they've had a rough time of it. Shush with that clutch. He's sitting on 9 frags. Acor with his clutch as well on 8. And then Refresh. He isn't really in the mix of the action, more over towards the Ivy position on the CT side. He has 6 kills to his name. For the NaVi squad, we have Electronic with 7, 6 for Boomich, Perfecto with 9, 10 for Flamey, and Simple with 14 frags, and a fantastic 1-on-4 we saw just there to post the 8th
I actually
round.
just opened up the stream to watch it again. That's
Yeah?
I've just watched it happen again. Yeah, really valiant attempt, that quick scope onto the oil train, but they just were a little too out of time. Oh, well, thoroughly enjoyed that. What's so impressive to me is that we watched that pretty much the whole round from Simple's POV, right?
Yeah.
And you saw how often he took a chance and it didn't work out. Like, there was 4 or 5 shots, easy quote-unquote shots he missed.
Yeah.
And then he won the 1v4. It's just this kind of mentality he can reframe and restructure his mind, not get too thrown off.
It's still early days. Now, this half, if Mad Lions are able to bounce back and get into this game and post an 8-7 scoreline, and they have a well-worked T-half, and they can, in the same way they do on Nuke, punish some of the tendencies and plays of the NaVi players, then sure, this map could still be on. But if this is an 11-4 T-half from NaVi, we pack our bags and we head over to Overpass, because this is very unlikely to see a comeback from Mad Lions.
You know, if we get Overpass, there is a lot of questions I have as to the, the level of T-side we get out of Mad Lions. Of course, the same question stands here on Train, but I feel like there may be too much of a burden from the first half for us to fully appreciate it. I do think it'd be cool to see Overpass from a T-side perspective of Mad Lions, see if what they've got after their convincing stuff on Nuke. But regardless, we've got to get through Train first, and that's, of course, a if, but, and a maybe.
Now, I don't know how long we have until we get this one back underway, but I know that Rushley, he's been keeping his ear to the ground quite closely. And there's been some rumors recently, Alex, about a new operation. Rushley,
come on now.
our reporter, our man on the ground.
Yes.
What has been happening?
So I've been looking on the Twitters, I've been looking on the YouTubes, I've been looking for any kind of little bits of information I can get my grubby little hands on. And it seems like possibly this is all, I don't actually know, but hopefully a new operation soon. With some danger zone stuff, maybe. It's a tripwire or something like that.
Now, how do you know this? So Alex can have a little bit more context.
I just watched a YouTube video where it basically just said it all.
Okay, but there are files in the game that they were able to...
Yeah, and there are actually assets in the game. Like, there's a couple of new crates in Danger Zone. There's a Deagle/Revolver crate, I believe, which I'm very excited about. I do love the Revolver. Big fan of it. Chad loves it. Whenever I get a kill with that, he goes mental.
Love the Revolver.
He loves it. And, yeah, that's going to be really fun. There should be a dungeon game mode as well, apparently.
Yeah. So
that sounds really cool.
Wait, as a Mythic Plus dungeon extraordinaire.
Now, they don't know exactly what it's going to be, but the way that they were framing it, it sounded like Rush. It's like a survival mode. Like you go down and it's randomly generated what level you come into or something like that.
Yeah, it's procedurally generated, I believe. It's like a elevator system. So you go in an elevator, you go to a floor, you have to fight your way through that floor, and you just have to get to the highest floor. From what I'm aware.
Okay, so it's kind of like Torghast in Shadowlands from World of Warcraft.
Yeah, or
exactly.
Sword Art Online, where they're trying to get to the top,
But I think there with that kind of thing, for those who've played the last couple of operations, sounds like a co-op mission, doesn't it, Rush? It'd probably be a team-based.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and that's where you have the heavy suits with the extra armor and extra HP.
I would be surprised if it's more than 2. I think it would be a 2-player only, I think.
All right, well, I've just gotten word we're about to get this one back underway. Rush didn't say this just there, Alex, but he's been talking to the Valve devs, and they said 128 tick servers are 100% coming, and if he's wrong, put it all on Rush.
That was Rush, yeah.
So that was Rushly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over
Thanks,
there.
Rushly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on Twitter. Appreciate that, man.
We're getting back underway. Freeze time now, ticking on down, and we'll see what buys we're working with. I think the Mad Lions might be feeling a little bit of shell shock from that simple round, just to get us back into it. The scoreline 8-2 in favor of NaVi, and it looks like a partial buy for Mad Lions. A scout has been purchased for Shush. We can see Hooksy there with a CZ, 5-7, and a couple of Deagles. So all in all, Mad Lions need a Mad 1 to get on the board here with a third round.
When NaVi play Train, though, it just feels so effortless. They've got so many different default playbooks that you can see teams. At one point, we even watched Mad Lions just dumping their util out of the uncertain. Fear, yeah, for lack of a better word, fear. And now the first of NaVi's utility is deployed, and there's the reaction. Immediately, they get what they waited for. A smoke towards the deep inner sight. Insight, Hooksy. Oh, Flamey confirms this one there, and they dunk on Roy. He's been having a real nightmare half when it comes to this Pop Dog utility. They're locked in.
See you, mate.
Accelerating up the ladder. He gives it a go. Go on, Acor. Go on, son. Flamey's down to 17, but it's not enough. And this one up against full bought up NaVi meets its expected result. Shush, nice headshot on the scout.
Now, I'm not going to put too much stock in Shush there as he goes down to simple. I want to give you guys a bit of a stat line. Roy and Hooksy combined so far are currently sitting at 0 and 8 in terms of opening duels. Roy and Hooksy combined have died 8 times as their opening kills this game so far. And there's 9 rounds on the board for NaVi. They've only managed 3 opening frags, 1 from Shush, 1 from Acor, and 1 from Refresh. The rest has been one-way traffic for NaVi until this point, and it's been spread out. We've got Simple with 1, we've got Flamey with 2, we've got Boomich with a couple. Perfecto and Electronic have contributed in that fashion as well. So it really just is that duo, and I'm not putting it completely on them. There's obviously other ways that you could deal with this, other setups that you can do, and NaVi are looking fantastic.
Holy moly. Sorry, mate. I just reacted when someone tweeted me the iBuy Power Holo, the one that I was referencing. I think I said it was $500.
What's it worth now?
$12,000.
$12,000
for a sticker, virtual sticker.
12,000.
Yeah. Virtual sticker, Chad. Okay, so the human race is absolutely peculiar. This is what happens when you have all of your life amenities and demands that you are coded to desire in everyday life. You have them, and then you look for new problems because you're no longer scared about the saber-toothed tiger at the front of your cave. Spray through the smoke. And
$12,000 for a sticker.
A sticker. I don't think he's got the hollow one, has he? Simple got a hollow one? I'm not even going to argue. I'm not a skinhead. Well, I'm not a fan of skins either.
All right. Oh. Well, this looks like it's going to be an inner hit, so it is a change of pace from NaVi as we've come out of the timeout on that partial buy. Looks like they're setting up to put all the pressure on Shush here, and he's going to have to deliver in a big way. Molotov and Flash to work with. Here comes the nades. What can he give us?
Like that in a hit. The util starts to be deployed. Shush desperately looking for any info he can get. They're already flooding in Speedway. They've got so much space thanks to their utility. Look at this. They're charging up. Look how much space they've taken. The bomb plant's just still being considered. Perfecto's the one to punch in the digits, and, well, this retake's going to be a full 5-on-5. Change now by Roy. Announces his presence in a flurry of brown on blue. A double kill for the stars of Navi's show. Acor wants a way in, but he's also got to be hesitant. Don't forget, Mad Lions, they got 3,400 into the next. They have nothing. Molly's for Shush to take his duel. Electronics pre-aiming it. Doesn't catch him. Good frag. Needs another. Perfecto's gone down. It's all onto Flamey. They have time. They have kits. Mad Lions on the retake. The dunk's not going to finish him off. Shush goes down. He can do this. Opts for a fresh mag. No problems for Flamey. He clutches up. Using time as his best friend. He's got all the time in the world for a fresh mag before he takes that final frag. 10-2. NaVi in absolute control of this train. Second map. Look at the control. Flamey gets the first. He gets himself chilled. Expects the push. Finds the necessary. And now refresh. Yep. A fake. And calls the bluff perfectly.
Perfect round there from Flamey. The only other key to success in that round would have been picking up the AWP, but they got money to work with. Simple will buy one back in himself. And Mad Lions, it's just a familiar story. They're back in the washing machine that is down to pistols. The CT side, she's a cruel mistress. 3,400. It doesn't net you enough. If you bottom out your bank balance for a buy, you have to take a partial investment. And you can see, once again, Scout for refresh. We've got 5.7s for Roy and Shush. They've also opted to back that up with a bit of armor. Eagle for Hooksy. Acor on a P250. And there's a tag, so that's not a bad start. But that's not great.
It's not. 3 of them are in up Ivy as well.
Okay, well, Electronic is low, so let's keep our eyes on that. The Scout, still up. This is possible right now because we know that NaVi can flub some of these later round situations when the clock runs down. There's a minute on the clock. Hooksy has territory. Roy, thank God, hasn't been harassed over to Pop Dog for once.
Poor guy.
They've still maintained White Walls control. That's through the likes of Perfecto, but they don't have box holes, so they don't know if anybody else has pushed up behind that.
Yeah, but this has been, like, I spent a whole year of my casting or hosting career watching NaVi train games and saying, they're doing nothing. They just walk around T-spawn for 30 seconds and then go. But the reality is, this is all part, especially against this kind of buy, this is part of the machine.
Well, look what it's done.
So many different ways, exactly, to spread them out across the map due to that uncertainty. 3 of them are on the wrongs map, and Boomich is only backing up on their suspicions.
Come on, Hooksy.
Their paranoia. Hooksy's had an absolute nightmare of a game. Acor stole his second frag, and this one's no better. Taken down, executed by Boomich. And then with an armored row and a scout on refresh, there is a universe where Electronics low HP cost them, but the bomb has been planted. And if Acor reacts, go on. Oh, no way. Tagged him enough. Refresh does finish it off. And the 2 best opportunities, yeah, an AK's been recovered. Simple's dueling. Pop Dog can finish the job. Where is he? Does find it. Now all onto Perfecto, and he's gone down as well. Mad Lions overcome adversity with a double kill, thanks to the double R.
Now think about the 3 rounds that Mad Lions have posted. A Shush clutch, an Acor clutch, and an Eco victory. So they're not the ones we're looking for. It's great that they have 3 rounds on the board. They could even post 5 here on the half, as money has become a bit of an issue for NaVi going into round number 14. We do have another timeout coming through here, but this is how it's kicked off. So fantastic work with the 5-7 there. Roy down Pop Dog onto Boomich, and then they pincered from Ivy and that pop position to find the final 2. But these aren't clean rounds. When you're playing a game of Counter-Strike and you're on the CT side of a map like Train, you want to be seeing them winning with the rifles, locking them out of main, having some clear, concise rounds. That's not to be right now, as it does look like we are going back into the realms of maybe another ping issue. So we'll bring back in our favorite man with the plan.
Hello. I'm assuming who, me?
We were hoping you'd got MC a mic, but
oh, okay.
I guess you'll do.
All right, fair enough. TS down, TS crashed, and then simple typed XD.
XD.
Did he
XD.
lowercase the X and capitalize the D?
All lowercase.
Of course he did. He's too cool for that. No one's pressing shift in Simple's universe.
XD with a lowercase.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I bet you even threw in that, like, kind of the Russian bracket without the dots.
Yeah, that's what they do, the smiley face.
But it's quite fun because you can just have like 4 smileys in a row. You just hold down the bracket for how much you're smiling. It actually makes sense.
I don't know if I've ever been able to smile that much.
Yeah, Chad wouldn't be using the bracket all too often. Maybe more of a square bracket.
The other way. I'll use the bracket the other way.
Oh, we've got some different emotes. We've got a Kappa Pride. I'm learning. I don't know what that one is. That's a Pog. Is that a Pog?
I don't know. Russia's got them printed out for us. They are massive. I don't know if you've seen them.
I saw a couple around the office.
They are huge. So we're going to have to get Rush, maybe depending on how the next kind of segments pan on out. We might have, there we go, but without
no
the dots, Rush. Get rid of the dots.
Loser. They don't use those. Well, okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. Aha. Oh, that's kind of satisfying.
What, do you only get a certain amount of rope or something if you use it on the other end?
Oh, it's...
All right. Well, we're about to get this one back underway. We've got Techers that Wreckers. There's 4 of them in total on the NaVi side with utilities. So they've gone for a half buy here on round number 14 in the first half. Might just be a set piece towards that B bomb side. Again, they had a lot of success. Now, keep your eyes when they go for this set piece. They like to push down the lanes and then rotate back into the bomb site. That gives multiple angles for an anchor like Shush to have to deal with. If he stands and fights, he's going to be swarmed from all directions. If he drops back into retake, the pistols get what they want. They take territory.
4 gathered. Hooksy's the one in pop this time. Roy has actually rotated in with his rifle. Last time this inner hit worked out really, really well with the util used. It bought them a lot of space, but a new stance from the CTs. And in we go. Shush to be tested, flashed off. Roy too. They're charging up Speedway as they did previously, and that's the angle Shush is responsible for. It's only one from Electronic, and he hasn't been able to stop the bomb plant. Roy does, though. Electronic lives to tell the tale. He's actually gotten away for just a moment longer. Refresh ensures the round's not going to slip away, and so this 10-4 dream starts to become more of a reality. It is an armored P250. Simple, very few ways in.
I'd be impressed if he even gets a kill here. I know it's simple, but this is a very difficult task. They're all trained on the box holes. There is a chance for a flank. Refresh is looking towards that now, but even still, how does he find a timing on this?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No way! He gets two of them, and he spots the third! He hits it! Refresh loses his head, and I lose my mind!
How? How did they bank that he wasn't crossed box holes? What was the timing?
No idea. He gets away with murder.
What was the timing on Hooksy looking up into box holes?
1v3, Chad.
I literally just said I'd be surprised if he gets a single kill.
Oh, Flavey can't even, but that's the face I'm pulling.
What is that?
Bloody Nora.
What was that? All right, last round of the half. There we go, Roy. He's got some success towards Pop. Oh my God.
Vindication.
I gotta go back and watch the timing on that low ramp. All right, we'll finish this. We'll finish the half. Everybody can take a 2-minute breather and we'll come back. But right now, Mad Lions still could get that fourth, not in the way that we had previously imagined. That was insane.
Oh, I need to piece my brain back together. Like the refresh duel, I feel like
I don't know, Alex.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to seeing that one again. I will open the stream up once we get this half wrapped up. Want to see that one manifest one more time. Okay, well, they've dug themselves out of holes deeper than this, but I don't think with Simple gone, they've got much of a shout. Boomich disagrees. He's taken the head off Refresh at great cost. Down to just 10 HP. Hooksy, not again. Caught out. Nearly kills his teammate, but it's all over. 11-4 the half of our second map. NaVi in full control of their pick. And Simple is insane. I'd be surprised if he even gets one kill here.
Yeah, next minute. What? All right. Well, the odds, swings and roundabouts here today. NaVi back as the heavy favorites as Mad Lions have already taken some territory towards Yard. Roy out towards Olaf, smokes towards Ivy, and the front of Bomb Train. Simple actually forces forward. I'm sure he's feeling confident.
Okay, Roy bouncing in and does manage to get the crosshair a bit shaky, but he stabilizes just in the nick of time. Two of them down to 15. Good damage. They need to convert it, though. These Glocks will work better in unison. And Hooksy spotted, needs to finish the job. One bullet would have done it. One bullet finally found. And, well, Flamey, with his low HP, still peppers away at Hooksy. Electronic reveals that he's been lingering in Ivy, and he's the one with the kit smoke. So powerful, potent mix, but no armor for this 2v2. And, well, that may not stop Electronic. He's dueling, juking with Shush.
Wow.
And, wow, counter strafe is perfect.
ACO can win this. Oh, the flash is perfect. Surely he's done. Are they going to clear hell?
Spots him. Needs to take the duel, and Electronic has won them that round. A triple kill, no less, on the CT pistol. Cool Calm collects the defuse.
Yeah, good stuff from NaVi. So that's 12 on the board right now. Scoreline 12-4 in favor of NaVi. This is their map choice. We do have Overpass coming up next as the third. And I say coming up next, this one here, I'm sure it's done. When they're hitting shots like this, he even got a little spot of the leg there. So perfect play from NaVi, and there we go. So even a smile on Electronic's face. Everything has fallen in their favor in this game. Sure, there was a couple of wobbles. They lost the clutch to Acor, they lost the clutch to Shush, they lost that eco round. But all in all, NaVi have had their fair share of steals as well. So it is going to be some dropped across guns. We have 3 AK-47s purchased on through, and this is the last chance saloon for Mad Lions. If they go down without finding any impact whatsoever, you can call this one done.
Ecor could be spotted. Electronic doesn't continue his hunt, and now tucked in on Olaf. Flamey only a scout. His hero AK on Refresh and Shush. Ecor gonna try and be that hero. Tagged. Good shots so far from the scout, just whittling them down so Electronic can finish them off. It looks like Flamey's doing the job already. Another nightmare for Hooksy. Refresh got good timing here, takes a lot of space. Electronic has not been stopped yet. His tip of his head visible, but his teammates all gone. They know Refresh was backtracks, and Simple's in such an off angle. Gets one, but not the second. Quickly traded. NaVi are on for the speed run of Train.
Yeah, and look, Hooksy, he did have a very, very rough first half along there with Roy. 1 kill for Hooksy. Roy was down the bottom of the barrel with only a handful as well. And in terms of opening deaths, Hooksy is really hemorrhaging quite a lot from the early stages. So the in-game leader going to be feeling a little bit worse for wear. But this isn't their map choice. They've only had since the start of October and the formation of this new Mad Lions roster to bring things together. And this is their first time going up against a tier 1 opponent and a team of NaVi's caliber. They've already taken a map. So going into Overpass, we'll have some questions to ask. But let's see. Do Mad Lions have any tricks left up their sleeve? Can they impress us any more with their T-side prowess like Nuke? It's just these Glocks. Pressure towards Ivy and Simple. Well, he's on a bit of a mission right now.
Yeah, he really wants to get this one done. He's already thinking up how he wants to clutch up another half, another map.
If they take too long.
Sweep. Yeah, he's going to get a lot of info. And it's a Glock that's holding his
the timing. This is just like Jaws. I swear to God. The shark in the water. He smells blood.
Don't knife him, though. Like, Hooksy doesn't need
he's going to knife
him.
He's only got 1 kill.
18.
Oh,
death.
no.
Oh, it's a left click.
It's another opening death. Oh, it gets worse.
Hooksy's having an absolute mare. Here's Flame. Flamey firing off his shot. This is just going to be a quick and painful end to the Mad Lions Eco.
Thanks for coming, boys. Cleared the entire map.
Just got knifed by Simple.
At this point, like, can we just lose? Can we just get over to the next map? I feel like to have the resilience at this point, after the type of rounds and the way that they've lost some of these to get back into it, it would be a gargantuan task. I think some of the best teams in the world would even struggle to mentally cobble themselves together.
I think you put the 5 strongest mental Counter-Strike players.
You can only laugh.
Hooksy's laughing, yeah, he knows. He knows what this one's one to be forgotten, at least for him. Certainly not for NaVi. Some of the clutches have been some of the best I've seen. Look at the movement. Acor bounces off the ladder. And Best's boomage. There's the start. It's minor, but it is a start.
Movement judges all with 10 scorecards right there. That was phenomenal stuff from Acor.
Ooh, right. Don't know whether his barrel's been spotted on the exit, but he is starting his advance. Flamey's trying to hold on to it. He's been spotted out. Confirms there is outside presence. Smoke on off, trying to aggress Sandwich. Refresh, getting the duel, but losing it. Electronic playing E-Box rather appropriately, given his namesake. Flamey tagged to 17, though. So there is an advantage for Mad Lions in this round. I wonder how long that lasts. Simple's going to rat the smoke as it fades. If you crouch... Oh, is he...
Gone for the nutmeg.
Trying to nutmeg it. As the smoke fades, he will have a slight visual advantage, but no one's home.
He might get 2 in the back here.
He certainly could, even the third if he gets the timing right. Acor's the last man to arrive to the party. 2 have tucked in. He wouldn't get the info if you look brown hole. Simple could get false info here, and that's Acor gone. Does he turn around?
He has to be aware. High ramp.
Okay, more info and a death. Now Perfecto finds the loose thread. It is going to be a bomb plant. Hooksy has access. Shush to control. And a 2 versus 3 established. Shush pushing very far up. He should find Flamey here. So low.
Oh my God.
Wow, 1 deeked. Despite the low HP, 17 HP for Flamey. Still finds another. They're coming down low ramp now. Hooksy, maybe he can find himself a couple. Quick reactions, takes off Flamey, but traded immediately.
Very tidy work here from NaVi as they net the 15th round. Have those 2 AKs. They've even found themselves an AWP to drop across to Simple, moving into what could be the final round of play here on map number 2. It has been a quick affair, but it's been action-packed. Even though we've only had 19 rounds of Counter-Strike played, there have been some great moments. There's Acor with that ladder movement, and Simple again with some aggression. That was actually a big kill from Perfecto there as well. That may have cut off the rotations and slowed them down on their chase of this inner bomb site. And look, the fans, they're growing, they're multiplying. And even Simple, whoa, he's in the fan cam with a gentleman in the middle of the screen. So multitasking.
Yeah, he's a very powerful man. He can be in more places than one.
Well, he's the god of the game. So it wouldn't surprise me. But we get this round 20 underway. The AKs are out. Run boost as they make it over the flames. Doing a bit of a Tony Robinson impression right there.
It is crazy that. I've seen many an uncomfortable death in Counter-Strike with just thinking you can elevate yourself above a Molotov. Really
standing on ladders.
Really, yeah, on Inferno, you're trying to like climb up on the box to peek apps.
No. Tony Robinson, it's just Tony Robbins. I wanted to double check.
Glad you did.
Yeah, that's the motivational speaker. I don't know what Robinson does.
He makes squashed juice.
Does he?
Yeah, Robinson's. Mixed berry, one of my favorites. Used to have it after tennis.
A British brand, yes.
Ah, yes. So the bomb is in inner, and that's going to be the final finish, but this Ivy presence is a big part of it, and that's Acor's flash for Refresh to start gathering ground. Out. Nobody home. He says it with bated breath. Yeah, the smoke covers him just enough, and now backtracks is a threat. Perfecto has to fall off. He knows he has to address it, which means there's only one man, Flamey, to receive this double push. Now they're in. Sight should be theirs. Good hold. Simple's rotated in and just in time, and the bomb's now loose. Won't be able to get that one down. Perfecto finds the flank. He knew backtracks was the threat. Shush trying to get the bomb back onto the site, and he's managed to do so. Flanks coming in now from Boomich.
Oh, this is so confusing. Flanks on flanks.
Flanks on flanks on flanks. Acor is the latest flank of all. Boomich coming from upper. He's got Perfecto coming in as well from the other side. Upper ramps now theirs. Hooksy's lost the jewel. Shush with a lot to do. He needs this, and he needs it cleanly. Spray does not really spell clean, but he gets the frag all the same.
Still worried about Acor in the backlines. He's now in box halls.
Fakes the ladder, but Shush peeks him, and it's Perfecto that's found as well. Neat and tidy. Shush has been one of the few shining consistent presences for Mad Lions. He's picked up a clutch and now a 4K to pick up a crucial fifth and evades the 10-round slew of NaVi in pursuit of just the final round. It's 15 now to 5.
Well, they kept their head above water, but this is another one of these games where it just feels like a matter of time until NaVi are able to put one away. The buy will come back through. It is Perfecto with an omission. He's just down to the Deagle, but if some of his teammates are anything to go off, that might just be enough. Simple back to the big green and M4s for everybody else. Utility towards main, that's going to stop the quick push. And look at this, Simple the madman pushing the east side as Yard's being taken.
That's a big opener. So now with them gone, it should just be Hooksy continuing to finish what he started. Okay, and uncharacteristic miss, but last time Simple missed a shot like that. He went on to clutch. This time Acor locks him down. And so Mad Lions stringing two together, and that will break them. So I imagine this gap now will get a significant bit closer. Yeah,
the question is, what are NaVi going to go for? Because in next round, they get a 2,400 loss bonus. And if you guys do the maths, 1,900 plus 2,400, it ain't a lot for Electronic to be working with. Simple will have enough to buy an AWP. But right now, they will just... Okay, well, he's made his life a little bit more difficult there with that Deagle purchase. I thought he was just going to leave spawn with the USP. This one here might spell disaster for NaVi going forward. They can give away another gun round with a suboptimal buy, and that means that Mad Lions could limp in towards the double digits. It still does feel like just a matter of time, but Boomich, Zeus.
Oh, it was so close. Now running, Acor switches to his pistol. He's actually gone down. Oh, no,
wait,
not like
what?
this. No. Not a full eco. Not a full eco. Bomb goes down. They start to hold on to things. There is a potential flank. Hooksy's been heard, and they are fast up the ladder behind him. Up pop. Boomich to draw attention. Hooksy playing around his smoke, and that's one. And now I'm still stressed. Perfecto's actually taken down another fully bought up AK. Hooksy has the potential to be caught off by a simple Deeg as the smoke fades. And then
in about 5.
Hooksy needs this frag. He's trying to nutmeg as well. Smoke, and Hooksy solves it. Whew. Skin of his teeth.
Tense one. Very tense right there. That could have definitely fallen apart. Now, this is what I was talking about. When you see the buy for NaVi coming through into this next round, you'll note a couple of key omissions here. If Simple wants to AWP, he might be... Oh, actually, with that Deagle buy, I'm not sure if he left him enough money. But here's just the last few frags to round out Mad Lions 7th. So you can see here, Simple doesn't have an AWP. He's actually had to go for an M4. They don't have a defuse kit. They're not working with many Molotovs whatsoever, just one on Simple. A couple of smokes. They need frags, and, well, Boomich, he's got 1.5.
Yeah, that was Acor, a hardest hitter. Roy, however, does catch Electronic, and now things do look favorable, even more so, as Flamey falls. A quick take onto the yard. Look what it's done. Perfecto. Simple. I kind of like Simple's position. There's a chance with his M4A1 as well. He can take a head without being called.
Being diligent here, Mad Lions, making sure they're not rushing into this, using their utility. Bomb, just waiting, just postured for any pushes, and Hooksy, he's dealing with any inner aggression. So this is safe stuff, but if Jules get isolated right now, if Simple's able to swing out and find a frag, the pieces of this puzzle might start falling apart very quickly. They've really put the brakes on. No more audibles. Hooksy taking a risk towards this site. If Perfecto gets a good timing here, could get a freebie. It's a one-on-one.
Oh, that was a timing. Gives him the warning shot, but still finds it. A 2 versus 3 then for Simple and Perfecto. The rest of the Danes start to move towards the outer site. Simple's got the responsibility of Pop Dog. He's also cautious of backtracks, and that's Green Train that Refresh crosses from to get that bomb down. Can it be contested? Oh, Roy's lost his life. The bomb does go down, but now a 2v2. They've overcome the first 2 frags. It's Perfecto that has to clutch up, and Shush does go down. Looking for the second, and it's over. Just like that, a 2 versus 4. It's exactly the same way we've seen NaVi pick up rounds throughout this one. Mad Lions just setting their sights now. It's going to have to come down to our third map. It's going to have to come down to Overpass. Final map of the series, Mad Lions, NaVi, and the odds leaning heavily. Map of the series, Mad Lions, NaVi, and the odds leaning heavily to the black and yellow. Let's see what this 5-man stack interconnector leads to. Look at the pixel hold from Perfecto. He's got the information silently. And now he's holding for the push. Flamey's trying to fake him out so Acor's looking the wrong way. And well, it's led to Hooksy's demise. I hope he doesn't have a similar performance.
That's the kid as well. They kind of need to scavenge that.
Don't go up the ladder. Don't do it. It's a trap.
All right, well, they got the utility.
Refresh, trying to duke it out with the Simple P250. Oh, he's so trapped. He does manage to stand his ground, and the frags come in. Simple's lost his life, which puts Electronic into a bit of a sticky situation. He'll take the upgrade and disappear. They do have the bomb and a ton of util.
Oh, the timing.
Shush hears all of this. He's pieced it together. They surely know that it will be the B finish. Electronic's lining up a heaven smoke.
They need to be quick.
Yeah, they're going to have to open the door as well, I believe. They're already out. Oh, that's the bomb! And Acor takes him down. What a shot! Rush didn't expect it, and neither did I. He's actually hit it, and now the bomb retrieval gets really awkward for Perfecto. He'll be finished off, and so will the round. Mad Lions taking their first.
Another opening death for Hooksy.
I significantly hope, especially because you're like, I don't want to be in a silly, I'm not going to be 100, I'm going to frag. He definitely had a real nasty one on train, but he had sort of smile on his face. He knows it's not the series. That was the shot that I wasn't expecting to be hit, but it was the one that won them the round.
Yeah, they had a very good performance on Nuke. If you are just joining us, their T-sided game plan on their opening map, their map choice of Nuke was great. You know, they looked poised, they were punishing rotations, they were showing lots of variations. And Hooksy, the man who had a bit of a rough time there on train, he was actually a force to be reckoned with. Now, this one should be a quick one. These are some of our favorite rounds. Just going to be the pistol spread. There will be a purchase for NaVi coming through in the next round. Boomich, if you get a knife kill, that's going to go a long way. And that is huge. That is actually phenomenal work from Boomich to pick that one up. This round loss bonus coming on through will allow Boomich to have 5.5k. That means if they want to get an AWP for Simple, he can drop one. Is that 5.9?
Yeah.
5.9. Sorry, I have a little logo on my screen obscuring.
So he has gone for it.
Boomich's,
interesting. So Simple will be swapping and changing with his in-game leader and be given the gift of the Zoom Banger. Up against FAMAS and MP9 as well. Starts to favor NaVi quite heavily. Choosing not to invest and upgrade, it is going to be the bonus round of sorts. Let's see if Mad Lions can make it count. Quick stop molly, it lands, and that's important. Simple taking his AWP into the lower side. Oh my god, Roy is pushed right up. Look at that. Roy, excuse me, is pushed right up, and I don't think Electronic's anticipating this. No one would be anticipating this. Simple now will, yep, and that's going to be resolved. So problem pretty much averted. They've dealt with a bit of a spot of aggression to start off this round, and it's a 2-2 split of the remaining CTs. NaVi hit pause, as they're known to. Oh, info, and Refresh lives to tell the tale. Bit of a warning shot across the bow, down to 79.
This becomes very difficult right now for Mad Lions. A gamble stack over towards the A site. Looks like it is on or in the cards as both B players trundle back up the stairs to the smoke. It's enough to bait them back over towards the B site. Not quite sure where they want to stand and fight right now, the Mad Lions. And NaVi, they haven't given too many indications on where they're finishing either. But Acor is able to level up with a 4-on-4, getting a frag onto Perfecto. And that's a big one. If he can slip away, which is looking possible.
Yeah, Electronic was thinking about long, but not to be.
They only have 2 smokes, NaVi. So it will probably just be a heaven smoke and maybe one towards Graffiti. Maybe one on the site to facilitate the plant. But 30 seconds left. Starting to come into a couple of problems for NaVi.
Do you like to run down the clock? Here comes Boomich into the site with a plan. And 3 CTs to find. Hooksy catching 99 points of damage. He lives with just a sliver. High flash, bombs being planted to contest would be refreshed. That's Boomich's responsibility. But actually, Hooksy just wildly sprays, brings Boomich down to a slither of health as well. Any further from refresh, he walks into the AWP. Speaking of AWP, yeah, it's found the frag, it's found its mark. And now the CT is likely going to try and do damage as they can. He's actually chipped away at Simple even more, trying to retreat.
Wow, they're actually just being allowed to walk away from this one. So Mad Lions, sure, the weaponry not fantastic.
It was a bonus.
Famous, yeah, and an MP9. But note the armor, they won't have to reinvest in those diffuse kits of $400 a piece. Aiko will survive with his AWP.
Flamey's guarding an AK.
Oh, hold up. Aiko. Oh, okay, he's gone towards long. I thought maybe he would grace Flamey with his presence, but that'll be the round. First on the board for NaVi, and there's not enough time for Flamey to get around this corner and find this frag. So good stuff, dealing with the aggression of Roy.
Fun fact for you that throughout these first 3 rounds of play, Flamey has not got a single point of damage dealt.
Oh, okay.
The only member in the server yet to do anything with the weapon in his hands. That was the first of the round. You can see how little refresh showed on that jiggle. That was what Simple was waiting for.
Okay, well, 2 M4s, one for Roy, one for Shush. Hooksy with the MP9 that was saved, and Refresh has been gifted that Famous. AWP still for Acor, and he needs to be the danger man. So boost up in towards the pipe there.
Anything though, the smoke.
And that's Flamey's smoke. We'll highlight that.
That's cool. They've got no info now. And if they go for a quick hit, this is going to hurt. My God, there could be 4 NaVi members on B in the next 20 seconds. Here they come, flooding in. Shush blind and executed. Flamey into the site, needs one more, and that's the end of that. Oh, Simple. Gonna get overrun. Hooksy has managed to take down the danger man, but Roy, maybe ready for electronic. Will he check it? He will. Doesn't get the crosshair in the right place at the right time, and now it does feel all too familiar. A save required.
Double AWP save, though.
Save, yeah, that's huge. He's actually taken Acors and Simples.
Oh, wait, this could be perfect. A double kill!
Oh, no, the boost. Just as they were retreating.
Oh, my God, that was picture perfect.
They lose everything.
I said we were going to highlight that smoke from Flamey. I want to do exactly that with Skybox for the viewers at home. We have the technology, so why not? Flamey's back here, guys. Watch this smoke that's going to come out of his hand on the run. That's going to be pinged off the wall, and what happens is it bounces and lands here to do with the pipe. Now, normally you will see the CTs throwing a Molotov there, so you can't get control for free. That one thrown on the fly, and that gave them control here to get on out quickly into sewer and deal with this boost. So great stuff coming on through from NaVi, and there has been a little bit of a meta shift in recent times to do with Overpass. You're seeing teams on the CT side nading open the squeaky door for connector quite a lot. Right. And once they get sewer control, or they do boosts and they can harass a lot with spam or jump peeking to get more information, that connector part of the map becomes more and more difficult for teams to deal with. So I think that NaVi with that smoke are giving themselves a safer way, or at least another option to get sewer control without needing connector. Because normally if you want to take this sewer area, which is just in front of Hooksy right now, late round, if you allow the CTs to have that room, you normally want to pincer it from the door and the pipe position.
Seems like their plan here is simple go kill. Just go to see what you can find. Roy has gone for an aggressive push, which Electronic was waiting for. So Simple's going to walk into the site and say, boys, it is dead silent over here.
Sector clear.
Sector clear, absolutely. The bomb's not going to be there just yet. Boomich is miles away. But Perfecto's hearing them start their rotate.
Taking those two. Oh, put your knives away.
It's time to play. Simple gets himself 3, maybe even the 4th. Can't quite overcome Hooksy. And that will put an AK into his hands, but keeping hold of it is a different question. They're heading A with the bomb. They are starting to take it now. And he's got 2 players on B as well. This exit, not going to be easy. Perfecto makes short work of him, and that puts another round on the board for NaVi. So we're keeping it level, but that has been 3 consecutive rounds for the T side of the CIS squad.
Okay, so will we see a secondary AWP? Because it was clear that they wanted to save one, or save a second, when Perfecto mounted on up and got that double kill just on round number 4. And it appears they'll just be rocking Acor as the solo AWPer on the CT side for round number 6. So the buy will be coming on through, but it's not fantastic. There's a few omissions, not Molotovs for everybody. Lacking a couple of flashes and HEs. So NaVi, they have a chance to punish him. There's that smoke, and what a run boost. What is that?
Yeah, and he's so flash, he might burn. I can't believe he's still alive. Yeah, he moonwalks into it. That was really uncomfortable, but Hooksy, from the clutches of defeat, has pulled a wallbang and leveled the odds. Flamey up to aggress short. NaVi always paranoid of the flank. They know that when they do these all-ins, they are vulnerable. Simple tries to wallbang back from the short pipe into the B site. That's ambitious, and HooXi's actually re-smoked Monster, so they'll be able to confirm there's nobody home once that clears. It's a long road to the A site. Long, starting to be crawled upon by Electronic. The smoke on Monster will fade though, and seems like NaVi want to go back to where they started, hoping that this will have got the CTs a little uncomfortable, little less with their feet planted. Shush and Refresh though, they're all in good positions. Oh, just as they start to move out though, that seed of doubt, it was planted, and now they profit from it. This is a nice little pop flash if he chooses to deploy it. Doesn't need to, as they are already into the site. Flamey's in that Monster pipe, does evade the flash or waits it out nicely. A lot of work here for Refresh, and he gets them both. Exactly what the doctor ordered. The bomb's in the tunnel as well. Heading in through Monster, and it doesn't look fun. Certainly not for NaVi. They have missed the molly. He's safe on the barrels. HooXi with a flash. They've got no time.
Save.
Oh, they have to. And they might even get caught out here on the retreat. HooXi is on short. He'll be hearing this. Surfs and catches a glimpse. He confirms they are retreating and hiding in that Monster tunnel. Do they peek? Do they give him a look? No. Would rather recover the weapons, and they'll keep all of them. Thank you, Refresh, for delivering a round to Mad Lions.
Yeah, that got really sketchy there. After they actually made that kill onto Shush trying to escape from Monster, you could see Boomich wanted the orb. There was miscommunication. Time was a problem. Flamey swung right on Simple's shoulder there. It just maybe the communication, it was a bit flustered. It didn't look as clean as what we've seen from NaVi over the course of Train and the earlier stages here of Overpass. But that's a great round for Mad Lions to win. The problem is they weren't able to salvage an AWP, so Acor just rocking a Silence Dem 4. What type of impact can he find? They'll actually bolster the A defense now with 4 players aggressively towards Long and Party.
I like that they're willing to mix it up. Electronic's the target. He seems all too aware as to the potential.
He's got an idea, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. Throws out his util set, hopes the fight comes to him, and now, Acor's gonna have to get a move on. Does take the fight to Electronic. Simple in the playground, needs one. He does tag him up, actually, through the slither gap. But the frags favor Mad Lions.
Oh, if they keep pushing, they might be able to isolate Boomich, who is grabbing the bomb almost into the fray of Roy.
Unspotted, though. He's dropping his util. You don't really want to push that. They're actually going to extinguish it. They are, and Shush has dealt with one. He's on the retreat. He's desperately trying to run, but they line up, and Perfecto's got another. Just like that, it's all onto Acor. What a turn of events.
He's not stopping either. Oh my God, the timing.
Gets away with it.
His nade.
He could find Perfecto. No, chunks him down to 62, though. Not too shabby. And Acor, what can you do? He picks himself up an incendiary and just accepts his fate. This one is NaVi's, and it was just stolen from them.
It was chaos.
The moves from Boomich.
Oh, dropping everything he had. Molotov. Dropping
the smoke, though. I like that.
Launching around.
They saw the smoke, and it was just to convince them that they didn't have to have their rifles ready. Led to a double kill and led to a round loss.
Oh, that one was very, very dicey stuff. Acor gets an upgrade from this. Went into this with a Silence Dem 4. Walks away with an AWP. But their loss bonus hasn't built to a point where you could be too excited about seeing a potent round coming through behind it. See there, just around that 3K mark for Roy. Refresh is up at 4.3, and, well, Shush and HooXi are in the middle to low end of 2K. And here's that double kill. That's the hero moment right there. Around that, NaVi, another one that they were tested and pushed on. That one was flustered, but Boomich able to land on his feet. And
well, now he's got his ult, mate.
Yeah, I'm questioning, do they want to force behind it? I don't think they have to. You can see that Acor's money 3K residual. That means he'll be able to buy an AWP yet again, and then everybody will be able to have a full buy in round number 9. But if he can find any impact, a couple of picks, they can find an AK-47. Make it dicey again for NaVi. Oh, hello.
Oh, and he even hits it. That was not an easy shot to hit by any stretch from Roy. He dinks him with his 5.7 or P250. I didn't check. Acor needs to retreat, though. He's going to drop his smoke and stick around. That is...
He's so cheeky.
Ambitious. And uses the door to Scarpa. A different rotate route.
Oh, Flamey.
Yeah, Flamey has managed to get himself into the site. Tags up Acor. Acor's the only man, the danger man, capable of doing anything. They are starting to commit towards his site, and he hits a shot just on the crossing Boomich. He could find more. Refresh is there as well. It is only just a P2K, and that AWP and another chance goes awry. Misses it, and it should just be NaVi picking up the pieces
2
here.
HP.
Yeah, there's no way Acor can find too much more. He does take down Electronic, and maybe if they give him another one, he can take it. Low HP, no problem. Acor's made it winnable, and it is converted by Hooksy. Mad Lions have got themselves an absolute special presence on the AWP. Acor brings home a necessary round.
Not only is Acor quick with that AWP, his movement is what facilitates a lot of these fights that he's able to go for. We've seen it in multiple occasions across these 3 maps now. He's been able to dodge and duck around and get himself into positions that probably otherwise wouldn't be possible. He's doing things so quickly and taking risks because he has so much confidence in his movement. It's actually great to see. He's the full package as far as a Flary AWPer goes, and NaVi, they're the ones now who are hamstrung on the buy. Flamey down to a Deagle, Galil for Perfecto, but Simple still has the AWP.
Couple of bullets landing into Flamey's ankles. He continues his advance regardless. He is the only man leaning towards B. And so his job will be to try and catch a rotate, sell something. He's only got a flashbang. That's not going to be all too easy. His team are working through underpass, though. So a passive stance from the CTs. Letting NaVi waste their util and their time.
This is a result of that aggressive setup they had earlier. NaVi need to be diligent about this. They need to use their flashes. They need to jiggle every corner, bait out for each other. But we can see on the radar, top left, the passive setup that's being employed by Mad Lions. Very defensive towards the site for Acor, overseeing things towards A long from Roy. And this is just a timing. Acor will have to check towards bathrooms. Will have to check towards that banana position every now and again. And now at this point, they can start using these Molotovs. They can start using these smokes and flashes they have left over to deter NaVi from setting up and execute.
If Acor takes that first shot, he does. And that enables Roy to catch him unawares. Electronic still to come. Roy's hunting, and he's actually found it. This is great stuff from the Lions. Acor fully flash, pulls the trigger into Simple. There's more where that came from. A miss from Perfecto going to cost him here as he goes for the bait, not taking any of it. Acor has done enough. Bomb is on its way. They've only got 14 seconds. There is no option other than preservation of the AWP.
Refresh is searching the wrong way right now. I don't know if he's going to find Perfecto here.
Yeah, if he'd come up underpass, there could have been a wild, but...
Oh, this is going to be down to just milliseconds.
Oh.
Now, the reason that Perfecto surviving there is so important is not the fact that Simple gets the AWP. It's that if Perfecto dies, he's only going to have $15 as Counter-Strike amount of money. That'd be wild. $50 coming into this next round. So great stuff here from Mad Lions. Very well handled. Very well handled indeed.
It's good to see that they're back to their ways of the first map and not so much the second, just for the competitive nature of the map. Simple. Trying to do what Acor did. Making that eco AWP work. And yeah, that nade chunks Flamey. Brutal. 70 damage inflicted. They charge up long. Now, this is going to be the first sound cue heard by Roy. You'll see when he hears it. Let's watch it from his POV. Now. He's going to lose out on the duel. Getting just one, and now Simple connecting onto Acor. I can feel the pieces starting to fall apart. Refresh is so disconnected on this dank flank. Depending on the pace NaVi present, this gets awkward fast. He has an incendiary. What's Hooksy's plan with it? Don't forget, this is an eco around an AWP. It's armored P250s. It's an AK now for Flamey. Those 2 frags have put them in good stead. Now, can they convert? Simple will be the spearhead of the assault, and that was a miss they couldn't afford. Hooksy finds him and evaporates through the smoke. Close quarters duels against the pistols. No fun. Gets another one. Flamey traded, and now all onto the armored P250. Can he do the impossible? It's all what Simple could do. Now, much more winnable. He's got an M4. 1 bank, 1 long. Oh, he didn't see it, didn't anticipate, but he doesn't go down immediately. An MP9 from Refresh is enough. And now, I imagine, do you save just the 1? AK and an AWP, or do you fancy a double?
Yeah, that's the question right now, because they've been operating with 1 AWP, and you can see Shush, clear intention right now. He's picked up a secondary. Now, let's see if this changes their defense, because they can opt to take both AWPs over towards the A site, 1 towards long, 1 towards the bathrooms position. Or they could use 1 over towards the B side here to give them some control towards sewer or monster. There's lots of options on how they want to apply this double AWP setup. But that one got dicey. The plant is good. It's going to help facilitate NaVi getting a better buy. And remember, all that was brought into that one was the saved AWP and Perfecto with his armor and a P250. Perfecto will be back down to a Tech 9. They've double mollied over towards Playground. That's going to force some smokes out of NaVi within the early stages. Acor making his AWP presence known, and good flash work.
Yeah,
keeping him at bay.
Nice. You can see how quickly he's adjusting between all the options. And that's Roy finding the Hunter Flamey on shore. Acor immediately bounds away. Doesn't want to be the reason they concede the early man advantage, because now it's all on NaVi to overcome. Refresh already gone, 4-on-4. If Roy peeks, he's surely... Oh, the flash for the peak. It's perfect. Acor sets up his teammate, and they do once again seize control of the round. Acor out-AWPed by Simple. Underpass taken. Perfecto using his Tech 9 to great success, and suddenly NaVi have once again grabbed control. Shush. It's one man looking for one frag, and he's gotten it and got away. That could not have worked out better for him. He drops his incendiary to stop the hunt from Simple, and actually manages to soften him up for the one-shot headshot of the M4. Still need to pick up that bomb, Chad. 35. Why is Hoogsy still concerned of that flank? There'll be a timer on this. Common pre-fire, common pre-aim. Simple. Yet to announce it. He'll throw out the smoke now. Shush readies his aim. Furrows his brow and loses out the duel. Comes down to Hoogsy. And AWP as well. Does he fancy his chances? He'll let the flames fade as he advances.
Giving it a crack, I can't believe it.
Let's get it. In-game leader, not known to be an AWPer. He's on the hunt for Perfecto. Oh, it's a tight line, isn't it? Very little visible. Just the balaclava and an AWP recovered. Simple zone returns to his palms.
Just having a quick little look back on Skybox at that round right there, and we are seeing the nade now deployed over towards Squeaky Door. That's how Flamey went down in the back when he was trying to take that territory towards Sewer. So we want to see the remaining rounds that we have in this half, how that plays on out. And that's a nice round. You saw the wide swing from Simple there. I think Shush was expecting a bit more of a jiggle. And Simple just straight past his crosshair, no time to adjust, and punishes. Is this play from Perfecto in towards Connector, and the swing from Simple onto Shush. Now look at this, the timing. Perfecto just moved out to cover on off towards CT spawn, so all in all a good round. And the scoreline now sitting at 6-5 in favor of Mad Lions here, map number 3. Winner of this will advance in the upper bracket of Group A, IEM Beijing. We've been covering Group A all this weekend. Following this one, we have Complexity taking on none other than Fnatic. The Swedes have been in struggle street in recent times. The winner of this will play the winner of that Complexity Fnatic
Sticks
game
around. Acor, that's brave. Flashed off and still standing his ground. He wants to catch this cross of Electronic, and he's missed his shot, missed his chance, but gets away cleanly. Got a good understanding of the flight path, and that's the punish. Roy's gone and taken Playground for his own. And Simple catching the flash as well. He knows what's up. He even sees the barrel. They know what NaVi are up to. Homework done. An early frag found.
Roy's been very good. You know, he's been a bit of a nuisance. Been set up a couple times by his teammates, but finding impact. And now Boomich, I'm not sure if he expects Shush.
Don't. Oh, it's good. This crossfire on Monster has established even more control. Now Flamey trying to level the odds. That's a good nade. Brings Refresh and Shush down to an awkward amount of health. And on the flank, Roy does bait the shot. Simple. Oof. Needs to get away. Molly forcing him out of short.
They both left Monster, so there is an avenue if they opt to push through, but now they've changed their task, and the timing is perfect for Refresh. Wow, this round is looking good for Mad Lions.
Yeah, now the bomb's been lost as well.
Once you have Simple go down in a 4v3 disadvantaged situation to make it a 4-on-2, you're going to think you have some real dramas as Flamey now gets the AWP, but this one feels very unlikely.
Certainly does. The Molly will force Shush's hand, and he takes the fight to perfection and to Perfecto. 10 seconds, it does mean that Flamey will just be looking to maintain the AWP, and I don't see too many players in a position to challenge, so we will just accept that 7 for Mad Lions defense. Now, we were having the conversation, Chad, about Nuke and its leniency towards that T side.
Yeah.
Overpass is one that I still haven't been able to knuckle down. Obviously, it's the CT side, with the freedoms they get on this map, you can take so many aggressive routes, get all that info. The T side can be one that requires so many, like a puppet master pulling all those strings. I still can't help but favor the CT side.
Yeah, it's still a CT-sided map in my mind. I know that we've seen some games where teams are able to just barrel their way into the B site, you know, time and time again, and really just punish the defense. But I think that this map, just in the premise of the fact that you spawn in a bomb site, it's always going to probably be working in your favor. Teams are getting much better at the way they're able to use their utility on the T side and get map control. But you can see, like Roy, for example, how much of a nuisance he's been with late timings around long and party, pushing for aggression. If you can find good timings... Oh, he's lining up a wallbang?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to... Simple?
I saw that one on Reddit.
Oh, yeah? Where does that go? To barrel or something?
I think it gets the boosted player.
Okay. All right, well...
Barrel?
There's the shot. Yeah, it is barrel.
It is barrel. Good guess.
Okay. Well, interesting attempt. I like to see it. I like to see Simple constantly trying things. And look, he has the only big boy gun in this round. So if he picked up a kill like that, we lost our mind before.
No, I would not do it again. I will be masculine and loud.
I'd have to walk away and let Rush take the rest of the game.
Yeah. So, 13th round, it is an important one, and you're absolutely bang on, and it all rests on Simple, trying every trick in the book, even elaborate wall bangs, but nothing found just yet. Hooksy's the one jumping for info, and there is certainly a universe where he gets punished for the jump. He tries again, aggressive from Roy, just when he needed to. You've been talking about it all half long.
He's just been a safe pair of hands, you know, being able to get the kills when they need it. Nothing flashy, but he needs something flashy right now, NaVi. They're just going to be mincemeat.
Yeah, Flamey's just dancing with them, but Roy's managed to get himself the quad kill against the pistols. It is only that AWP that previously was saved, and Simple's going to be doing the same kind of thing again. Doesn't need to move from this angle.
Well, Alex, you know we love doing some pro tips here.
Yeah.
You know, we have Rushley is the king of the pro tips. Well, I want to see a slew of highlights of that wallbang to barrel on Reddit tonight, tomorrow. We still got the weekend for Counter-Strike. So here you go.
So
at the carrot spawn with the graffiti lining up pixel perfect. Look at this. He's trying to... That thing right there. Okay, now don't touch your mouse anymore. Only using your keyboard at this point. Run. Hopefully you have a jump key. And then in the pipe.
Double zoom, click.
All right.
Bang.
Now, if you guys can try that for me every single round that you play of Overpass tonight.
Stop, you're ruining the matchmaking servers.
Oh, but I'm definitely not ruining the matchmaking servers. I'm trying to make it a more rich experience for everybody.
So, a little flash for the containment, and it does seem like NaVi a little worse for wear. Certainly electronic. Oh my god, they want to contest long, and he's fully flashed. This is going to get sketchy. This could be a problem, and actually works out wonderfully for the Danes. A triple kill on the NaVi aggress. Shuts it all down, and the bomb's there too. Just like that, the round just feels like practically a flop.
Yeah, NaVi with 5. I think that's probably enough for them here within the first half, but of course they would love as many as possible. That goes without saying. Flamey and Perfecto in a 2-on-5. The low HP of Acor and Roy, it makes it a kind of doable round, but they would need to hit some shots and hit them quickly.
Hooksy's got no flash. He just checked for himself, so he wants to jump for the info instead.
Oh, they're getting flanked. Look at how much of a nuisance Roy is. He's already pushed up party. He's coming.
Ooh, hello. And Roy looking to get the perfect timing on this flank.
He's been great at this.
Okay, well, it's enough of a distraction to make it a 1v1 for Acor. Roy deciding he wants an AWP for this one, but Acor's the master of the big green.
Well, I said he's been great. He's been great at the positioning and the timing.
Yes.
Maybe not the aim in the back. We know how difficult that can be.
Yeah, exactly. Multiple targets in the back at range. No, thank you. This was how Roy started it, though. A great double. And yeah, I mean, you know, we spoke to Hooksy and he talked about the fact that he doesn't want it to be a star AWPer and a single player. He wants it to be a whole team effort. Well, you've got 2 players, definitely head and shoulders above the rest, but it is a full unit. All of them. Hooksy, Refresh, Shush, and Roy has been taking his turn in the limelight in our 3rd map of our series here. Hello? There.
You want to boost? I think. Yeah, this might be too little too late. They already have sewer control. Have to be careful. The scope's been heard, and yeah, thinking better of that is Acor.
Okay, so This is actually going to be all on Flame. He's pushing. He's already been shut down. That was the only Galil, the rifle, but it doesn't stop Simple's Deagle, nor the Tech 9 of Boomich. Quickly silenced by Refresh. The trades starting to favor, but another for Electronic. 2-on-2. The weapons, everything favors the CTs. Electronic trying to sneak away. Hooksy's having none of it. And it puts it all onto Simple's Deagle. He's won crazy things in this series already. And this one, more than doable, but only a $700 sidearm for Simple.
The reaggress from Roy is everything here.
He's not expecting it. He is going to have a look, but it's 10-5. NaVi going to have to work with just the 5 as Mad Lions switch over to the attack at 10.
Armor Boomich, he's gifted him that one and picked himself up an HE. So there's no kit in play as Mad Lions quickly scamper over towards long, taking control, pushing on up, and, well, they're not pulling any punches. No shift keys here today. And meanwhile, Refresh is just dealing with any B aggression. This is forcing a rotation from NaVi as they chop and change around the map.
Go down lower.
Oh my God,
this is my pistol strat.
It's a classic matchmaking.
Yeah, long, through toilets, down connector, and it has pulled 3 players over to A. I rarely see this call. Exciting, here they come. Perfecto makes the call, the rotates on.
They've fallen back again.
Oh my God, not the double wombo combo. Simple, he's close though, he'll have the call. They are so uncertain. Now Acor's go back. You know you want to. Oh, Electronic finding the first and the second as well, weathering the flashbang of Hooksy. Boomich making a meal of this. Electronic's the one to take the snack though. 3 frags. No issues for Electronic. Give him a 4th. Yeah, he will. He'll steal that one away, and that's an RV's pistol every day of the week.
So I was trying to explain to somebody why NaVi is so good in recent times, and I was having the discussion, and Simple and Electronic, as 2 individuals, are good for 3. Right? That's the way I want you to kind of look at them on this CT side especially. They can take a lot more risks and liberties because they know how good they are, right? In the sense that you'll see Electronic go a little bit more aggressive than he knows he should do because Simple's there in case he only gets one, Simple will get the next one, right? So the fact is, with NaVi, those 2 players will almost always, when greeted with the option, get you 3 kills between the 2 of them.
Another smoke in the hands of Electronic, and it looks like a nice little jump throw. Was that Monster from...
Oh, it's deep backyard.
Back. Okay, cool. So they go aggressive on that. And there's all of them there. A whole pack. It's a party. Perfecto needs to get the spray right. And he's only got one. It's Boomich's spray that massacres them as he swings down with the sewing machine and a good deagle from Hooks. He's only going to nail him the 1. Taking it in turns for quad kills, it seems. First Electronic and now Boomich into the start of this CT half.
Okay, well, that was almost a massive mess for NaVi there. The fact that Boomich mops it up and even gets 4 kills with that, he has now stimulated the economy of NaVi enough to give Simple the AWP. So charitable work here today. And the M4 has been given to Electronic, and the other 3, well, they'll all take MP9s. Oh, never mind, Electronic, he'll be nice to Boomich. The in-game leader's called for the M4 back, and it will just be a couple of upgraded pistols, some flashes, nothing to really write home about. And it looks like they're going for the same play as what they were in the previous here at Mad Lions, this time without the armor, without the upgrade, but looks like a similar result. Oh, come on, boys.
Yeah, jumping backwards makes it look cooler.
Look at the money now. 5.1 for Perfecto, Flaming with 4.4. They had to reinvest. Those individuals were just mincemeated in the last round. So NaVi doing a good job with the SMGs, making sure that they're able to pick up the lion's share of the frags with those. And that's going to see a potential bonus round on the board for round number 19. Scoreline currently 10-8 in favor of Mad Lions here. That was 10 in the first half to the 5 of NaVi's T side. And with these 3 SMGs, they can definitely lock down the B side of the map. Up close and personal towards Monster like we've just seen will be just as potent against the rifles. They can take sewer control if they'd like. And that was a well-timed and well-placed nade. Both Hooksy and Refresh copping a chunk of damage.
And then they're safe haven. Yeah, look at this. Refresh. Oh boy, and now they want to push him because they've got an MP9 and they just know he's hiding there with all his util about to be thrown on the floor. There we go. He's trying to get rid of as much as he can.
Oh, Flamey.
Pushed on. And
he's run away.
Knife out. He actually gets away with it. Refresh lives to fight another day.
Flamey's going to be like, what?
He's absolutely ninjaed his way out of that one.
Oh, you hate to see it.
That's crazy. I thought he was dead to rights.
3 HP after all of that.
I think he had like 5 or 8. He actually got chipped a little bit further down. Oh, okay. Well, let's break this one down then. 19 rounds of play, and this is our 19th. Hooksy and the gang starting to deny mid-control.
They have enough for a standard A execute here. 3 smokes could litter the front of the site. Molotovs as well. but they still have to deal with Electronic and Simple. So A tends to not be the port of call for most teams against NaVi, especially if you can't force out a rotation. And maybe they think they've done exactly that. Perfecto's here as well. They've gambled correctly.
All the right pieces in all the right places. Simple, then Electronic. Both good for one. Tip of the head found, but it does cost... Oh no, a double for Perfecto. Puts it all onto Acor and he's gone too. Nice hold. Both of them finding the necessary double. It was Perfecto and Simple this time around. Even kill distribution as well. Only, what, 6 separating top from bottom on the NaVi side of things. Quite a larger gap displayed on the left-hand side of your screen.
And it's Perfecto as well. It's not often we see him as the top fragger, but if he can find more and more impact within this NaVi roster, and I sing this song every time I talk about NaVi, more consistency from the likes of Boomage and Flamey, then we're starting to look at what could potentially be one of the best teams in the world. Pistol upgrade again. Nobody home, because Mad Lions will accelerate their pace over towards the bathrooms position. Working with smoke and 3 flashes. So wherever Hooksy applies this, the pistols need to get close and they need to get in the face of Simple before he picks them apart.
Yeah, he's just so comfortable. So many different ways to peek the same things. He's got wall bangs, he's got it all. Pre-aiming the next peek. Back up he goes. Hunting for just a little leg. Oh, it's so good. Bang! And that's 100 damage inflicted, as well as the death and departure of Hooksy. Now the wall bangs are hitting. Simple. Go on, son. Takes down Acor. Finally loses his life, but damage in round 1. Oh, say that. Shush. Not expecting another. Boomage can't wrap it up because Refresh is hitting Deagle shots too. The Danish Deeg strikes. He's planting safe. He will get the bomb down. Perfecto from one side. He needs a weapon. Trying to find an AWP, but he's getting shots out from behind. He couldn't piece it together. The priorities were all skew-if. And so it will be NaVi completely and totally leveling this. It was a 10-5 half, and the first 5 rounds of this defense from NaVi have all gone their way.
Well, they're deciding who's going to get the defuse. Just looking at each other. Make sure you do this as a bit of a democracy, boys. And it looks like Flamey.
He's mocking them. Anything to be picked up, Perfecto?
Imagine if he DCs right now. Like the
Ghiblies.
Internet dies.
Oh, I hate it.
Blue screen of death.
Do you imagine the drama?
Stuck on the bomb.
We've got the referees calling in here. Yeah, look at that wallbang. Even tagging up Shush. Brutality.
Acor, no! This in the backlines, yeah, you were right. Like, Refresh didn't know where to look for a while there. He's trying to pick up the always like, do I turn around? What do we do? But they're having a giggle. And that's one of the things that we've noted with NaVi ever since the departure of Zeus. They laugh a lot more. Now, they definitely scowl just as much, but they laugh more. So hopefully it balances itself out there somewhere in the middle. But back into the gun rounds, Acor has been able to buy himself the AWP. Everything we need in round number 21. Quick pace from Hooksy, straight in towards the sewer position. Electronic flash forward, sees nothing. And when it's just Roy over towards A, this gives me a clear indication that at least within the early stages, Mad Lions want to be looking for picks towards that B bomb site.
Acor does have an opportunity, but it goes awry. That was a crossing Flamey, who's now had the warning shot fired in his direction. They want to back away. And that's been enough presence shown to definitely keep the feet planted of those CTs. You can see they're congregated as redeploying utility on that monster tunnel. This is a much more default spread. They want info, and they want to dig in to the potential of that fast B. Don't forget, an AWP fired a shot up short. Electronic, though, will he get checked by Shush? Often Electronic's frag, and it is again. He's often ready for that one, time after time. Digs into the underpass position and holds it solo. Now look at the paranoia. Acor has to deal with him. He's walking into an AWP. It should be Acor's. Okay, 4v4, 28. They have to go. This is going to be a heaven smoke. And now, well, their options are so limited, it's going to have to be Monster Tunnel. Hooksy, Acor, Refresh, Roy, Boomage working on a flank, and Simple ready and waiting alongside Flamey. They need frags and they need them now. Flamey trying to deny. The smoke is good. It could enable a plant, but they still have to kill the CTs, and those are the double kill. Can they get it down? Simple to contest. He needs to take down Hooksy, and he has. They've got no time. Boomich just needs to survive. The spray is wild, and NaVi take the round.
Oh dear, that was so close.
Boomich had not, like, he had to make a decision so quick.
Oh, if he got stuck on the door in the smoke or limped out a little bit too much, not quite understanding the situation, that was round for Mad Lions, and definitely take a pause after that. That got way too close for comfort. NaVi lucky to walk away with the 11th round. They've taken the lead in this one here. And that kill from Acor with Roy onto the site, what to facilitate it, but Simple, well, the man who always seems to have a plan. Perfect timing just there and has secured them. A very important round. Now the guns will be carried across. Mad Lions will be able to buy once more. You can see the clean sheet from NaVi here in the second half. 6 on the trot as we head into round 22. Just calming themselves after a chaotic round like that. I can only imagine what the TeamSpeak would have sounded like. Yelling at Boomich, get out of there, he can't plant. Can Mad Lions bounce back? Because some of these rounds have been very close, keeping it costly with the Deagles. You can see money hasn't buoyed out of control for NaVi just yet. 3 players operating with just over 3K, Boomich, Flamey, and Simple respectively, and then Perfecto and Electronic, well, they're a little bit worse for wear. We get back underway. Once again, the heavy B lean from Mad Lions. Sewer control taken, Roy babysitting over towards A, and Squeaky Door being naded open. So this is the shift in the meta that we have seen in recent months. It allows them to jump, it allows them to harass a little bit more, takes away the guise of the rotations, and Flamey on the secondary AWP getting a little bit cheeky as well. Just peppering and hammering over towards the B side of things. Oh, what a nade.
Great shot. And Shush makes all the better on the promise. A double kill. Electronic now forced to watch as 22 continues. Roy meets Simple's AWP. And that was just the first, having a little look towards the toilet's position. So they are still planning to finish over on towards B. Hooksy with the bomb on his back for now.
Flamey needs one, at least.
That should be it. Pulls the trigger onto Acor, and he's not done yet. Refresh is gone. Shush nearly. Just a narrow margin now for the Danes. They need to get that bomb in. Shush needs a clean kill. Can't find it. Boomich can't transfer, though, and so the Danes will take it all the way down to a 1v1. But Hooksy comes out on top, and we play on 11-11. And my wish is this goes all the way.
Look at the financial woes for NaVi now. You can see Electronic and Perfecto. They were the two operating with not a full bag of cash, and they won't be operating with a buy going into the next round. Mad Lions this time the one taking the pause. They're the ones who walked away with the round victory. So this is 2 curious tactical timeouts back to back. Flamey, I said he needed 1. Well, he did more than that. He actually looked like he could have been good for
Give me that third. Yeah, I know. It was just a little disappointing to not find Shush, but it costs him in the end. And his face, yeah, watching it transpire as you realize that could have been 1 more. It's never fun. You're like, it's good. So we're not going to say it's bad, but it could have been better.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
11-11.
They're going to force up here. So it looks like Electronic has been given an MP9 from Boomich. He might even buy a FAMAS or an MP9 of his own. But operating at a very, very low capacity will be NaVi. And this is not a shove all in. We're not quite there yet, round 23. But it's getting close. They will have to take a save if they're unable to convert or save anything to write home about after this round. Mad Lions got the kit and caboodle and everything they require. Flamey wants some info. Flamey wants a fight. It's not done just yet.
God, he really is hoping for an early man advantage. You can't blame him. When you see the buy, you see what NaVi are presenting at such a business end of this third map. And I will remind you, by the way, the stakes are pretty damn high for the European group of IEM Beijing. The winner, victor of the tournament, gets a direct invitation to the Global Challenge, which is an 8-team, $500,000 event. Into the 23rd round of play, though. NaVi already locked in for that Global Challenge. A victory for them would put Spirit into contention for it as the second highest rated team from the region. With all of that said, it's time for the doing.
Well, the smoke is landing just in time towards Monster. Are they going to disrespect it? Mad Lions think better of it, and they still have 50 seconds left, so probably the right decision. They can now retool and decide what type of execute they want to opt for here. You can see plenty of smokes, flashes, Molotovs to work with. They're actually dropping back, so they're not in range of the pistols or the SMGs. But now the time is an issue. 30 seconds.
Second smoke, they're going to have to disrespect that. Flash through, yeah, perfect, but he evades it. Oh, and that's the second, perfect. Now they've got to weigh in. 20 seconds, they're going to start to move in now, and Flamey does find a little bit of respite. Just enough to get the bomb loose. Good flash, counter flash. Boomich has got completely Hooksy booked. They're rotating in. Refresh needs multi. Can't control the spray. And it's Roy trying to save the day. 7 seconds, just not enough. Acor needs a double kill. 4 seconds, it's not enough. Electronic pulls the 12th out of the hat with 4 seconds to spare.
Another round down to a one-on-one that's just in a fray of frags.
Ow.
These are tight rounds. These are very tight rounds. Oh boy, you know, it feels like he has enough time there to make that shot, but Electronic silencing Acor. And well, the problem for NaVi is because they've won all of these rounds in a row on the CT side, their loss bonus that they've been operating with is so low. So either way, win or lose the round, you can see that their buy, it's not ideal. MP9s again, 2 rifles, but the same can be said for Mad Lions. Lils and a Deagle. Not fantastic.
It's not dreamy. Miguel can bang. Oh, wow. They're all lining up for the MP9, and they take heavy damage from Perfecto. Boomich as well just adds pain, misery to the Danish ranks. Oh, and caught with a nade in his hands. Acor is left as Roy departs, and now a 1 versus 3. He's gonna nutmeg the smoke, but they're staring at him. They smoke on top of him, and he walks into the 3. So 13 is found by NaVi, but it has been coming down to the craziest and tightest of margins. This one, a more convincing finish. 3 members of NaVi left standing at the end of that one.
MP9, pound for pound, value for money, it has to be the best gun in the game. I don't know if there's any way around it. You've seen how they're able to apply this on the CT side. Against the pistols in the early stages, they were locking down that monster tunnel. And now here against the Force Buy, those Galils, they were just destroyed again. And it was mainly the MP9s doing the work and the GG.bet odds. Well, not looking great for Mad Lions, and for good reason.
I've noticed this gap. This is a very consistent gap in both of the teams' incendiaries. Like, I saw Electronics slipping through Playground. It does seem like you can really take no damage from a lot of those stop mollies if you hug the left wall. Something to be monitored as time goes on. Now, there has been a smoke exchange on B, but it's not much of a conversation starter. They've basically just smoked both ends of the pipe. You can see on your minimap there.
Yeah, that smoke from the T side of things has been used in recent times as a bit of a lurk smoke, but it seems like such a risk if you know a team plays a heavy monster setup. Right now, that isn't the case for NaVi, so they will have to respect it. They even dropped a nade directly on it while Flamey found that kill onto Hooksy. And this should just be a matter of time until NaVi post up round number 14. The Scout, the Deagles, sure, they're better than nothing.
Wow, that's exactly what they needed. Shush actually caught Simple, as well as the refresh victory against Electronics. Suddenly, there's an M4, there's armor, and there could be a bomb plan. That's Acor's responsibility. Perfecto does try and contest, and Acor's taking his head off. Mad Lions trying to take this series and keep it competitive. Just when it looked like it was all NaVi's, Boomich wants to take it back, and now down to refresh. He's got the spray, gets the triple, and we see 12 for the Mad Lions. That's huge. I thought this was about to be buttoned up.
That should have been buttoned up. The fact that they dropped those frags in that fashion and their multi-kill looked good towards long for NaVi.
Let me see that Shush and Roy long kills.
That's wild that they're still poised and able to hit shots like that.
So I wondered how Hooksy missed him. He didn't come through short pipe. It was just through the sweep. He missed him completely, look.
Like Flamey looked at him, then looked away, then looked back. Okay.
Good catch, but this is the double, and that was the necessary one. Well played to refresh. Bearing in mind, he started with just the Deagle. Finishes it with the M4 and the triple kill.
Both times today that I've said there's no way that they win this round.
Yeah, maybe we just need to...
Simple wins the 1-on-3, and then they pull that out of their bloody hat. So this is where NaVi are in so much strife, Alex. A $1,400 loss bonus. They have to save. Like, if they force right now, this is the business end. At 11-11, I was like, yeah, okay, it's not the end of the world. But now, at this point, they have to take the save, and they only get 1,900 into the following round. Simple will be able to get himself an AWP.
Whoa, just like
is going to be bottom of the barrel. Boomich will probably be back down to another MP9 as well.
What I mean, they say, you know, Counter-Strike is determined by those crucial rounds. I feel like this game could very well have been over if it wasn't for those sensational individual plays from the Danes. Now, completely equalized. This should be 13. It should, being the operative word. A spot of Boomich jumping for the info. Bomb not spotted though, and here we go.
Come on, not again.
Simple's doing simple things, and oh no, Shush has been caught by the push. Just like that. A conservative round, and it's falling apart. Mad Lions Our heart bleeds for them as they start to lose it. Looking good. Not too good, though. Roy has missed his shot, missed his chance, and now the round starting to dissolve in front of them. Practically a full eco. No armor. P250s, a deagle on the high end. After all of this hard work, after the clutch, maybe Hooksy's got a way back in. He does find the first. He's trying to sell as best he can. Teammate waiting in the wings. Electronic on Optimus, Simple trying to nutmeg. Perfecto rotating in as well. Acor has not chosen to pursue the site just yet. Oh, and that's the element of surprise. Another rifle for NaVi.
Acor saves now, surely. There's no way he goes for a 1-on-4. The money situation is not great for Mad Lions either. How can he justify going for this? He's in no man's land right now.
They've even got no armor, which means nothing to him. You know, they say the kill's as hard as it would be if they did or didn't.
He's having a look.
Oh,
he had a look.
They're going to get an AWP out of that.
Oh, boy. Look, Refresh can drop one.
Oh, 3 AKs and an AWP off for an eco. Just like that, fate smiles upon them.
That's not the way this needed to go. Now, look, the money's not as bad as it could have been because they won an eco of their own, but, mate, that was Mad Lions' way back into this game. That's now 14 on the board for NaVi.
I even said it. Caster's curse.
We've done it like 3 rounds today. I didn't realize we had so much power.
We do. We need to be careful with what we say, Chad. My heart breaks for them losing that eco. Like, how do you not get salty? How do you keep your calls and your focus when a round that was so guaranteed to be yours? There was the red carpet. They had the little fancy velvet rope. There was a man in a full suit letting you in the door and you just tripped over your own shoelaces.
Look how much space NaVi are giving them at this point. They definitely are respecting the Mad Lions players at this point. They're not forward. They're not looking for frags. They're just turtled up in towards their sights. And with those rifles that have been safed across, look at this buy. It is so scary. Everybody has head armor. Diffuse kits are plenty. Utility's good. They're even holding on to their smokes.
So a lurk long smoke. I wonder what that does to NaVi's defense.
They could boost over if they want to get a little bit cheeky about it. Oh, they're going to flash electronic through.
Really, look at this. Look, they're buying this. They've dropped both of their smokes on the A site, and Boomich has even rotated away. One lurk smoke, and they might be hitting B quite quickly here. The pacing of this might catch NaVi off guard. They're still operating under the potential for a flash out of that long smoke. Their smoke actually extending it to a full 30 seconds of uncertainty, and here comes the pop. It's just perfecto. Flamey's arriving as well. I like the look of this. Mad Lions need this if they want to stay competitive, or NaVi will have series point. In they go. Flashes off Flamey off the line. Flamey doesn't get his molly right. They've got so much space. They just need to profit. Trying to pull. Hold the spray. Perfecto, how are you still alive? He's using the smoke. He's wrapped around the chaos. Oh, Mad Lions, they've lost him.
Out of bullets.
3v3. Acor onto Electronic. Absolute chaos in the server. The bomb's still not down. A 2v2. Boomich coming in from one side. Simple the other. And he's got eyes on the bomb. Acor finally through the Molotov. But Simple could find the shot. A miss. An uncharacteristic one. Enables the plant. Roy's holding the push. Swaps to the AK. Simple wants to hunt. He wants blood. And it's Roy that finds it. This is a game.
Oh, this is absolute chaos. These rounds are just coming down to the tiniest details.
Like if I was skyboxing this, maybe we watch Perfecto. Like he just disappeared. They lost him. You can see 3 members. He had real potential to do some serious damage. We get it from the Mad Lions POV though. Wow, okay, rock and roll.
Oh boy, that is a rough one to lose. We are really down to...
Why has Flamey got a picture of a cheetah on his wall?
I think you'll find that's a snow leopard, Alex.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it's because Flamey strikes like a leopard from the shadows when he's needed. And around like this is where Flamey's needed. 14-13, NaVi. They do have a 1-round lead, but if they opt to buy right here and they lose...
Maybe we should call...
Oh, no. They're
Flamey
going all in.
The leopard.
Flamey the leopard from now on?
Because he's got the best spots.
I like that. I do like that. I know you got a grin on your face like it's a cheeky little joke, but it's not terrible. We got to start giving them some nicknames. There's some timeouts will be called from either side. None left for Mad Lions now. NaVi, they're going to be using their second of the game, 2 remaining. Electronics going all in. Simple has an AWP. It's currently glass cannon. But there's a lot to talk about right now. There is a lot to talk about. These rounds have just been brawls, just absolute biffs on the site. It hasn't just
15.
been getting stopped and locked
Timer
out.
has started again. It means they're going back to war. Round 28, 3rd map, 1st series of the day. And by the way, Counter-Strike fans, including us here at the desk, do you know what you've got to look forward to after this game? Complexity Fanatic, brought to you by myself and Chad. Very, very excited to see JKS, the Australian, in none other than the Dallas Cowboys organization. It's very exciting. He's playing with a roster that I'm very excited to be talking about, but this game continues in the CTs. They've made it work with less. But it's looking like a little bit of a long presence to start us off, Chadney.
Yeah, they've actually shifted Simple over towards B with the AWP, and that's going to put so much pressure on Electronic, who once again is rooted back in the A bomb site. Basically where he spawned here, just jump peeking. And you could see earlier that lurk smoke that you highlighted towards long, it was enough to cause a full rotation, a lot of utility, and he has spotted at least 2 players towards that long position. Will the rotation come through? So far, nobody's moved. His smoke's going to be dropped, but they don't have to respect this. Hooksy can push through. There's a gap. A is open.
Bye! Electronic caught out. They push in. And now Mad Lions, oh, they could have the site. Are they calling the save already?
They should. They have to. It's only 1,900 loss bonus for NaVi in the next.
Just like that, a single frag has won them around. 14.
What a call.
They didn't throw the lurk smoke. They didn't get the rotate out.
And what Electronic saw, he didn't trust. He saw that they were deep, but they just continued to push forward. He didn't want to repick, knew that the AWP could pluck him from the sky. And now what they're holding on to is an MP9, a CZ, a FAMAS with a full kit of utility, and Simple on the prized AWP. There's not going to be a chase from Mad Lions. They're more than happy just to take the round here. A 1,900 loss bonus coming in to the bank balance of NaVi in the following round. That's not enough to work with for Electronic. At most, he could be dropped across the FAMAS from Perfecto.
Okay.
Trouble now.
Yeah, it's brewing. It is brewing. I mean, Mad Lions, they put on quite the show in order to make this a 4-3 map series. Nuke. The map they took. NaVi's response was train. And overpass down to the final few rounds of regulation. They're piecing it together, Chad. The puzzle you've been building in your mind is now presented as reality for the NaVi squad.
I'm sure Perfecto will just buy back into another FAMAS here, but they're going to take another timeout, and this is more just to discuss what options they want to go for. They have been giving up a lot of territory over towards that A site in the last handful of rounds.
We've seen like an Aggie party peak.
Well, remember when Electronic was playing down in that connector position and he was finding a couple of frags? After Shush had that, what felt like a heat-seeking grenade on that barrel kill and then followed up in connector onto Electronic, they started to taper back from that approach. But at this point of the game, this is when you look to Simple. Is he frustrated with how things are going? Is he going to take a risk on his own accord? Are they going to set him up for a frag? Or do they want to take a fight? Like that you've mentioned, there's been quite the pack-rolly decisions coming out from Mad Lions. Heavy over towards B, heavy over towards long.
It's going to be a real big test of some of these individuals as well. This is uncharted waters for some of the individuals of the Mad Lions. The level of pressure, the level of scrutiny you're under, and just the level of competition. NaVi, tier 1 opposition. Mad Lions looking for their first victory against a tier 1 event, opposition as this 5.
Simple at B again, and no pressure at A from NaVi. Just all on Electronic.
Boom, boom, boom. Triple nades, no one home.
They're really set on this B site, but I think NaVi are missing a piece of the puzzle. Maybe they're trying to read around ahead and see what Mad Lions are going to run on in with. But what they've been losing to is lack of information on some of these rounds. Having not enough pieces where they need them, and they've gambled on the B site. In rotation will be Flamey. You can see him over towards that heaven position ready to help out Electronic when he needs it, but there's a massive gap towards A right now, and that's the bathrooms. This is on a timer. We have 1 minute and 5 left on the clock. Electronic has to leave long. He has to respect the fact that there could have been a push through.
Okay, Acor. Very important frag here if he does get the opportunity. He's been smoked off. He actually tries a pot shot. Go on!
Oh my God.
Oh, it was so close. And a wallbang actually hits him. He's tagged Electronic. So close to finding the frag. Roy hoping Electronic gets a bit pushy. I hope he's done his pre-fires. Electronic's opting for an off angle. Doesn't want to be in that pre-fireable corner. And that's still
Simple left
Roy.
B. It's going to be B.
You're right. He's rotated in. That presence alone. The AWP shots Roy's frag. It's pulled a 2-2 split out of the CTs. Boomich and Perfecto. FAMAS MP9. Fortunately, the star will arrive. But here comes the push. An MP9, it's not ideal and does get traded. Acor, T-side AWPing, but that's a big frag from Perfecto. Simple caught out by Acor. They've got the 15th now.
10 seconds.
They just have to plant. It can't be contested. Roy can stop the hunt, and that's 15. Mad Lions have series point. They've got every dream, every weapon they can dream of. They've got every nade. And look at the state of affairs for NaVi. Timeout, 0 out of 4. The last 30-second breather of how to make the best out of a bad situation. 3,700 on the high end, Chad.
This has to be a NaVi special. This has to be a multi-kill from one of their stars on this low buy. They need to get some...
Go on. Peacemaker looked so heartbroken about 2 rounds ago.
Now he's fired up.
He's fired up, the adrenaline surging through his veins, and now just 1 round separates Mad Lions from a colossal scalp to be taking here in IEM Beijing.
Simple's been able to get himself the M4 with Kevlar. MP9s again, it's been a hero for NaVi throughout. UMPs.
Oh no, what do you do with these?
Electronic.
Like, part of me, when you see SMGs, expects aggression, but...
Yeah, and they haven't been doing that,
No.
right? They've just kind of been sitting back towards that B site, waiting for Mad Lions to run in through that monster tunnel, which, look, it's worked for them in several rounds, but I think a risk at this point of the game needs to be taken, and NaVi finally pushing forward up towards A, towards Connector. Electronic and Simple. They need to find an opening pick, because right now they have no idea where Mad Lions is. Every single round, Mad Lions have been able to corral themselves across the map as a pack. They've almost been rocking in the 3 or 4 man wolf packs time and time again, and then pounce as a unit. They don't get flustered. They're not running around like headless chooks. And now utility back towards the A site.
They're throwing that
bathrooms
from all the way back at T-Spawn. They really are selling this.
They need to be diligent about the way they clear. And notice how NaVi are forward in this round. Well, they have information. We see the smoke, we see the flashes, but we haven't seen any contact. That information is great, but once again, Mad Lions haven't shown any indication of where they want to finish. The bomb in the middle of the pack hasn't been spotted. They can't cheat a rotation. They can't even find a frag right now, NaVi. No one's close enough.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of information being conveyed here by Roy. Takes up the long. They've been flashing, trying to make it look like there's many more there, and they are starting to actually join them. They throw util set B. It's been very much a little bit of everything. Column A, column B. I'm getting nervous about the time, Chad. You know, when it's such a crucial round, sometimes decision-making takes a little longer.
Simple just rotated back towards the site, so he's not close to help either of his A defenders.
Need this cleanly. Oh, and Boomich has got it. Starting to hear the tingles of overtime. Shush has gone down as well. Finally a trade. Okay, Refresh needed that. Hooksy's lurk is gone, and they have to plant with 18 seconds left. This is chaos. Already charging into a stacked site, up against 3. Simple waiting in the wings on the site. It was supposed to be Mad Lions. It was supposed to be clean and easy. He needs a plant. He hasn't got the time. They haven't got the resources. We're off to overtime. My goodness, of course. MR3 is on the way after a very short break.
You and I, we've been friends for a long time now. Always have a good time whenever we go out. But you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me junk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. It doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Feeling lost like I just wanna time back time. I'm choked up, tell me how do I say this right? Cause you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me junk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't can't say why. Get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a very intense end to the first series of the day here for IEM Beijing. It sits at 15-15. We are heading over to overtime. MR3, myself, Machine, and Mr. Sponge. And we've got ourselves a big one ahead of us. Now, it sounded like there was a sound issue. I don't know whether this round is live. It does look like they're actually live and moving on the server. Maybe not. Yep. No, it looks like there is an issue with Simple Sound. So we aren't going to be getting into this one just yet. We can call our jets. But Chad, a recap of not necessarily the series, but let's keep it in within Overpass.
Yeah. At this point, when you just take a look at how we've gotten here, there have been some nail-biting rounds, especially in this second half. A lot of brawling over towards the B site there, and their rounds ending in, I guess, 1v1 fashion, but that's with the clock getting very close. It's been scrappy. Neither team really able to operate with full buys for a massive patch, but that completely changes as we go into overtime here. We're about to get this one underway. It will be 16K start money, so there'll be no dramas in terms of what purchases we'll be seeing. And when the game gets to this point, NaVi, as an experienced unit, they're the ones who we favor. They're the ones who we look towards to close. The pressure for Mad Lions coming into this, they hadn't played a team of NaVi's caliber since the addition of Hooksy and Refresh, but they've done a fantastic job here today of pushing an absolutely star-studded roster of NaVi all the way. The full distance Overpass has seen every round of play in regulation, and now we're about to get overtime underway. Now, some of the keys for Mad Lions in these rounds have been free map control. You saw NaVi there to get us to overtime, actually closed out by being postured more forward, being a little bit more aggressive and taking some fights.
2-10-5 halves mirrored upon each other. You can see how those 5 were found. Mad Lions so close to the mark. 29th round was where they found their 15th, just taken to overtime against that sketchy NaVi buy. But still, there's been so many mentally taxing rounds throughout this series. It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint.
We have the double AWP out immediately from NaVi, and that's what the overtime 16K facilitates. We only saw Flamey pick up the AWP in 1 round within that second half of regulation, and Electronic even onto an AUG, so you can just see how they look without the MP9s.
Eco, I think he may have been spotted crossing. Simple's posted up, though. Oh, hello, Boomage. This is very aggressive, and it's cost him his life. An early first blood drawn by the Mad Lions, and Flamey reveals the second AWP. Shush caught, door blown off, and you can see that vulnerability. Oh, he's in a real bit of a hurt locker here. Threat from the front. Hooksy very loud, a bit sketched out. Wasn't expecting an aggressive push from Electronic. Haven't seen too much of that from NaVi. But now, oh, the timing is great. Simple anticipating this one to be clear. Electronic does go down, but Simple has managed to go completely unannounced, and so he does still have this one locked down. The bomb to be retrieved on Party. Acor given the responsibility. It's gone. He's down. Roy with it all to do. Doesn't matter about the flash, apparently. Simple was ready and raring to go for that one. Nice try for NaVi take the first.
Well, you can see the difference off the first gun round here in overtime, just how much more forward NaVi were. Boomich even searching down in towards Connector, Simple willing to re-aggress this secondary ult from Flamey, and they're actually looking for fights now, NaVi. The problem was they were so far back on these bomb sites in some of the later rounds of regulation that Mad Lions had the liberty to take map control however they pleased. They could pause out, they didn't need to worry about flanks, and a part of that was NaVi not having guns. Well, now there's no more dramas, now there's no more problems, and this gear shift that we're seeing, let's see if it continues. This time it will just be Simple over towards A. It's going to be a 4-man B lean. Boomich taking control again. This is just a different look from what we saw in regulation. Nothing like this is what we saw from NaVi.
No, very different. Simple, actually incensed. He goes forward as the util's deployed towards his position, but now he could be caught vulnerable. He is. He manages to live to tell the tale. An underhand flash.
He wants to fight.
He wants to brawl. He wants to biff. He has got a lot of pressure. The incendiary buys him more time. He's getting wallbang down to 16 and will just get overwhelmed. He does tag up Shush, you're right. Very low HP and an adjustment from Electronic, almost robotic. Takes down Roy. Now, crossing back to the site is a core. Oh, wow, lovely catch, despite the flash. Manages to punish Electronic, trying to Scarpa. And look at the headshot angle Boomich finds himself in. Trying to contain them. Acor trying to use his barrel to bait another shot. Confirms that Boomich isn't there, but oh no, Refresh is asleep at the wheel. And he's enabled a full retreat of Boomich from underpass. That's really not ideal. Hooksy needs one onto Boomich here, and he has managed to find it. So now we run into a 2v2, a crucial one for Mad Lions to stay competitive, and just scoping over the flame now, smoked off. He'll drop a bottle, a can. Nothing to contest just yet. They group up. Flamey and Perfecto are the ones to push now into the site. Acor likely going to take one glance and fall away, but they've already managed to set one up. Perfecto has dropped off. And it's Acor to find the other. Now they have a perfect understanding as to where Perfecto can be coming from. Hooksy confirms there's nothing ramp, which means Hooksy's been caught. There's still time. Perfecto can clutch this. Doesn't have too much threat, and he just has to put pressure on him. Jumping, everything to avoid the orb shot. Has he got the time for the defuse?
He's got it.
Oh, Acor's going to be kicking himself. Those misses have cost him another round. Mad Lions. This is where NaVi have that a distinct advantage. And scavenges away an extra orb and a flashbang for good measure.
All right, well, no dramas for Mad Lions going into the last round of the first half here of overtime number 1, but Perfecto pulling off a 2-on-1 in this situation. You can see how flustered he was, and maybe that's the reason why he was able to avoid that first shot of Acor. Defuse comes through, and a big round to be won, and ooh, lots of talk there from Electronic. The pressure is definitely mounting. They came in today as the heavy favorites against a new, fresh-looking Mad Lions, and they have been tested every step of the way. Simple again, forward. No more liberties being given and granted to Mad Lions. You want to win this one, you got to claw it with NaVi in your face. Look at all these individual plays being pulled on through, and this is Hooksy tucked in very early. There's no way Simple will expect this.
Boom. Oh. No problem.
Walk into the scope.
And escape measure outlined. He does get away before Acor could even get his eyes on long. In fact, he might even be peeking into Simple again if he's not too careful. Yeah, working on it. Expecting Acor to peek on this side of the tree. He's got him dead to right. Simple's playing a different game here. 26 frags. The flash is perfect. Does bait the smoke out of Perfecto. Mad Lions looking like a shell of their former selves here with the pressure of overtime. Really got to be able to purge the we could have had it mindset fast. Just do it again. Boost is good. I like this. Could find Flamey if they hold it. They have got time to do so. Take your time. See if you get something. See if you get a way in. Silent dismount. Well executed. 24, Chad. I don't know.
It doesn't seem likely.
They're up against 3. Stacked on the site comfortably. All Flamey has to do is peek and shoot. That's Roy gone. And that's the round. This is a spotless defense here from NaVi with a stance that we haven't seen from them. It's 18-15.
Yeah, it's very clear to see the gear shift, right?
Yeah.
NaVi were unable for so many of those tail end rounds, and that's because of the slew they got off to. And now you can just see how much more forward they are willing to take risks. Boomich in the first 2 rounds, in the first half here of overtime, he was in connector. He was finding and searching for frags, and that was key. And there's Electronic finishing off Shush on that rotation. So great stuff here with a clean first half of OT from NaVi. They now move on to the attack, and I think they can take risks. They can take some chances. Mad Lions are quaking in their boots right now. They need to have 3 clean themselves.
Getting pushed. A-Core. He's still thinking about boost, and he just gets overcomplicated with it. Trying to be the hero, understandably so. Now here comes Roy's chance to shine. He's got 2, a multi-kill required. He does find the header 1, needs Boomich, can't find the trade necessary. So just 3 of the Danes here on the defense. And Refresh is well aware and all too familiar with Boomich's tricks. They are bringing the bomb towards them though. And
the timing on this.
Okay.
They're dead.
Yeah, Simple knows exactly what they're up to. Or not, because Shush has found them. Flamey picks up the pieces. We've got a 3v2 established now. And the bomb was on Simple. Shush's frag may very well have given Mad Lions another chance just to play, just to give it a good go, but Flamey finds him at the exchange of almost all of his health. Hooksy, the leader we spoke to, AWP in hand and a clutch to extend the map. Flames force him into the fight, and he does find the first. Electronic gone. A 1 versus 2 now, perhaps a little more manageable. Less than 20 maps or played with the squad.
Boomich is going A on his own. Flamey stayed B, but Hooksy's already rotated. Is he selling a fake? He is. Boomich is going back. Hooksy doesn't know where to go.
That smoke would sell me. It's definitely Hooksy completely and totally gamed. With 8 seconds left, they will plant, and he'll have to do the full retake. Makes it harder. Smoke still up. And the unknown entity of Flamey. They're staring at him. Everything points towards a NaVi victory here, stealing it from the jaws of defeat. He looks for the quick scope, can't find it. Flamey and NaVi victorious. Full overtime though, a lot of hard work. We take a break, we'll be breaking it down. NaVi with a big W.